going on? What's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of Sips and Sniffs, man. So happy to be here with y'all. It has been a long Saturday, man. I tell you what, it's been a lot going on for your boy. But, I'm going to go ahead and put that to the side because today we have a great conversation that we are going to have about one of my favorite houses out there for perfumery, Xerjoff. And we have a special guest on, a friend of the family. And we'll be bringing him up here shortly. Let me go ahead and let me take a look at the chat, man. I know y'all were on my head last time about not being able to keep up with all the chatter in the chat. First and foremost, let me go ahead and say what's up to Tay over there in Instagram land. All right. That guy Trill, what's going on? Coming over here, I got the Fragrance Decant Boutique. What's going on? First person in the chat. We got Will the Thrill over here. SNS family, hope all are well. We're going to have to catch a replay. Yes, sir. Tell your wife we said happy birthday. Man, y'all have a special time already. Dutch, showing love to Will's wife out there. Says his scent of the day is Novitus Arcanum. All right. That's a bet, man. Yeah, buddy. Oh, man. Y'all, for my scent of the day, man, of course I had to go with that Butter Baby citrus wood, both the oil and the butter. I did double down on it. All right. But I also had to go with a recent pickup that I got out there in Tampa at La Jetée. All right. When I got a chance to meet up with Jason Vercher himself, my guy Dutch, and of course Will the Thrill. And that was the Mean London's own Fanfare. All right. Now, I'm going to bring this up here. Let me go ahead and put it up to the camera. Hopefully, I can get the show like I wanted to. Where we at? We there? Nope. Oh, well, take my word for it, y'all. It's the Mean London's Fanfare, and it is a great scent. A little citrus, a little sweetness, but man, it is bright as I don't know what. And I am enjoying it right now. This is my second time wearing it. Still trying to get a feel for it, so we'll definitely do a rundown on that later. But we know what you're here for, all right? As usual, the community conversation, and we're going to go ahead and have it. Real quick, what's going on, Mr. Gumbo? Mr. AKA Hot Grease, salute to you. Church, pay your damn church tithes. You already know. Go ahead and like that. I apologize, y'all. Oh, yeah, like it. Like the video. I'm tripping. Mundo, what's good? No specific scent today. Just been exploring oud oils. I saw, man, nice little display. I'm going to have to get into that with you, but, man, it's going to take a little time. I got you, though. Hassan, what's going on? My guy from House Urban, y'all make sure y'all tap in. I do believe he has a 30% sale going on right now, if I'm not mistaken. Check him out. Y'all already know how I rock with them. I mean, if you can't see, got a nice little collection, and they are more than half full on most of them. So, yeah, shout out to you, baby. Yeah, Will, it does appear that I might have more oils and fragrances, but trust me, either one, they're getting used, all right? And not in the Diddy way, but in the skin health way. All right. But with that being done, with that being said, let me go ahead with no further ado. All right. I know it's sips and sniffs. Y'all got to bear with me. We're going to get back to the sipping. But for now, we are going to go ahead and keep it business appropriate. All right. You see the polo. All right. You see the button up all the way to the top. Let's get serious. All right. With that being said, let me go ahead and bring my guy, Raf, Representative Xerjoff, up to the screen. Oh, baby.
How are you, James?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. It was a busy Saturday as well, but hanging in there. Thank you for having me here.
Of course, man. No, thank you for providing the conversation that we're going to have today,
Anytime when you want me to be here, be your guest, just give me a shout out, send me an email, text message, whatever you want it, and I'll be here.
I got you. I got you. Well, this won't be, this is maybe, it may be the first time, but it won't be the last for sure. So, we got you. Already. Well, hey, y'all, look, like I started off with, everybody who watches our channel, who's seen me, who's spoken to me, however you interact with me, everybody should know by now that the House of Xerjoff is one of my favorite channels, or one of my favorite brands out there. I don't know what else to say. I've got more than a dozen perfumes by them. I love them. I speak highly of them all the time. And, and there's not much more to say. I mean, I love them. I got 3 on my list I'm going to get within the next month, hopefully, and we're going to go from there. But, man, I have been trying to have a conversation outside of Jason with someone regarding this brand, and it is a blessing that you popped up one day, got a chance to get to know you, and hey, man, you were willing to come on here. But real quick, hey, Raf, tell us just a little bit about you. Not too much, what I'm saying, before we start this this conversation. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Well, about myself, I entered into this France community online because the real France community, believe me, is huge around the world, huge. And I entered into the American France community online, YouTube, Facebook, then Instagram, then TikTok in 2015. I started watching Lupe from Lupe Experience, watching Max Forte, Sebastian, Carlos, Steven, Rene Sayas, all the guys from the back. And then 2016, I discovered niche perfumery like crazy, like I really want to get into it. And I was reading an article about GQ magazine about the next best thing, which is called oud. And back then it was like just the beginning. Back then, the only perfume that it was available that it has a little bit of oud, and it wasn't that oud, it was M7 by Yves Saint Laurent, who Tom Ford made it when he used to work for them. So I used to acquire everything that is regarding or contains oud, and that's how my passion for niche perfumery started. But my passion and the dedication for perfumery started in probably in 1976, 1978, when I was playing with my dad's perfumes, Old Spice. It looks like a rocket to me back then. And then Brut and several others. My grandparents, they used to, wear perfumes. My uncles and tails, all those, powerful masculine perfumes.
Yeah.
And it used to be a splash, I used to splash all over. So since he was a kid, I was, very into perfumes. And I bought my very first one, which is with my own money, my Dracar Noir. That was my very first one in 1986.
Dracar, all right.
Yeah,
all right.
I used to wear that in 1986 until almost the whole entire high school.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Then in 2015, when I discovered this community that is so passionate, like, oh, I found my people. They love perfumes. They have more than 10. Okay, that's good. Then in 2016, I met by kind of like by a mistake, soul, because I went to a boutique that they're supposed to give me some sort of a master class and guide me to buy Xerjoff perfumes. After that incident, I actually reached out to the brand. The brand reached out back to me, and then I started getting to know each other. 2016, and then 2018, I started collaborating with them. And since this year, I start working officially for them. Be
That's
part
a
of
blessing. That's a blessing, man. That's a blessing. I know a few people that work for distribution companies that deal with the companies, but man, to be directly connected to them, man. And how have you been liking it so far? I mean, make a little small chit chat. How you been liking it over there?
I love it. I love it because I trust these brands so much since the very beginning. You know, like what I found in Xerjoff perfumes is basically what Xerjoff perfumes represent me. You
Mhm.
know, that's how I smell. That's how I actually conduct myself when I go to events, or parties,
Right.
meetings, etc. So that's why I actually choose Sergio. But I didn't know that Sergio has so many connections around the world with very
Mhm.
important communities, markets that actually intrigue me. And even though that the number one distributor here in America, Europerform, ask
Okay.
me,
Yeah.
why you don't open your YouTube channel if you're so passionate about it? We need someone who speaks Spanish. We need someone like you. I said, no, I don't want to use that route. I want to use the other route. And the other route is to be part of a brand. And
True.
finally, officially, because for years, since 2018, I was working for Sergio unofficially. But since this year, I'm representing the brand here in America, besides the distributor here in America, and Canada, and Mexico, and South America.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, man. You have been representing them strong, man. You have been representing them very strong, as a matter of fact. Because I mean, hey, even on your IG, you don't even put your picture up there. You put a picture of the X from Xerjoff. So, hey, I don't see how it gets any stronger than that, other than, if you're talking about me and the way I represent sips and sniffs. But
Yeah,
that's a conversation for another day.
no, it's true. It's true because for basically when I went to the last 2 years, I went to several these events. Like Essence Milan. I went to Cannes. I went to Sense Floor. I went to Dubai Beauty World, and
Yeah.
many people say like, "Oh, are you that Samori?" Yeah, but why your picture is not there? Like, why? It's because I represent the brand. The start of the show for me, at least this is my opinion, it has to be the perfume.
Hey man, you can be part of or one of the faces of the brand at the same time. But I get it. But I get it, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, I follow you and I love the different posts, artistic value that you provide in there, and the descriptions of the different perfumes. So, hey, keep up the good work. I know Xerjoff has a hell of a worker in you, and so I look forward to um, continuing this relationship and continuing to follow you on there and see what y'all have to offer. But like I said, man, I've been infatuated in a sense, a big fan of this brand for some years now. I want to say for the past 4 years since I've really been getting into niche perfumery. I think I ran across my first Xerjoff around the time that I was still early in buying Middle Eastern fragrances. And the reason for that was I got lost at one point. Oh, no, 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 no. I think I was ordering something off of triple something, triple traders or whatnot. And it was a least expense, the less costing uh renditions, I would call it, right? And I think I ordered something off of, oh yeah, that's right. I bought Creed Aventus off of Fragrance Net, and they sent me these samples, and one of the samples happened to be Luxor. I don't even know. Luxor
Yeah.
from Xerjoff. And when I smelt it and I smelt that oud, like I said, it reminded me of the oud vial that I had gotten from a family that worked at this Middle Eastern school, BHA. Shout out to Brighter Horizons Academy. That they had given me. They didn't give me any context to it. They were just like, it's some attar oil, and here's a thing of oud. Gave me some wood or some oud chips as well. Not the expensive ones, but just some of the lesser costing ones that they get in Dubai. And man, I tell you what, from then on, I was hooked on Middle Eastern fragrances. Real quick, shout out to Eric Warren Jr. What's going on? He said 40 knots for the kill. All right. And as you can see, Ralph, I don't know if you see the chat, but there's a lot of people. Our guy Deezus, Mr. Clark, and whatnot, giving shouts out to the different Xerjoff colognes that they've collected. But man, this brand is, I mean, aside from Arabian Oud, they are at the top of the charts as far as I'm concerned, as far as Middle Eastern artistic fragrances. You've got Arabian Oud, you've got them, Arabian Oud, and what is it? I'm watch as far as what I've smelt. All right. I know there are others and whatnot, but these are the three that when I look for a specific style of Middle Eastern fragrance, these are the ones that I go to first. And I am proud to say that, hey, regardless of what y'all think, because I don't care what the chat says, but please voice your opinion, but Xerjoff is my number one. And man, that's why we got you here today. But Raf, before we get into the samples that you sent me, all right, and Jason, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make it today, but hopefully he will. We'll see. Okay.
Okay.
But tell us a little bit about the house, man. I know you've been educated. I mean, working for him, you've been educated thoroughly on the House of Xerjoff. Tell us a little bit about where they started and what is the goal that they're aiming towards at this point. Because we've always seen where Amouage, ever since Sin Explorer and everything else, Amouage has been out there getting their point and their drive and the direction that the company is going now. What is Xerjoff up to and where did it start?
All right. Well, hello to your chat. The chat always wins. You cannot debate with the chat. The chat is the life of your stream. So welcome. Hello to everyone. I saw some familiar faces and some new channels that I'm being following, like Fatboy Finesse. I just started to follow him since your stream with him. Wonderful stream, wonderful stream. I like that kind of debate, exchanging ideas and, perspectives and opinions. Everything is valid,
Yes, sir. And it's just opinions. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, just touching on that real quick, if you put it on the internet, it's bound to get talked about, scrutinized, or whatever you want to do. But, if, it's for us, it was just conversation, conversation that needed to be had. Yeah.
Let's talk about the brand. The brand started in 2007, okay, by Sergio Momo. Sergio Momo is the co-owner of the brand. There's two owners. So he's the co-owner, he's the CEO, and also he's the brand ambassador globally, because there's another brand ambassador in London, Constantine. And the team is a wonderful team. Sergio started creating some perfumes for his family, with some certain ideas. But Sergio background started with communication and design. So he likes to design. He likes to express his creativity into art, and that's how Sergio started his crazy idea. He was born in Turin, and that's why Torino, the name of Torino, was good. And Torino is actually where the Sergio headquarters lives. So how the name started is very simple. When Sergio Momo used to live in London, his colleagues, used to call him Sir. And his grandmother and his father and most of his family, they call him Joff. And that's how you put it together, and it's Sir Joff. It's no Xerjoff, it's no whatever you want to call it, but at the end, you want to call it as you please. But the real, to put it out there is Sir, like Sir, yes, Sir, Joff.
Simple as that. Simple as that. That's all right. I like that though,
And basically his idea, he was a very strong and stick to his idea. And his idea is not creating the perfume. His idea is put together thoughts and create a story. And after the story, you're going to go to the perfume. But in between, there's an art. There's like the packaging. There's like the design of the bottle. And lately, Sergio Momo and his team, he's giving his customers, their customers, a multisensorial experience. What is that? It's very simple. They actually try to blend, like you blending notes and molecules to create perfumes. What he does, he blends a ideas like, for example, areas like an artistic areas, let's call it music, let's call it cuisine, food, paintings, all these, areas in the whole entire world, they're actually gonna kind of express themselves through the perfume. So that's how was born the idea to create the collection called Blends, which is Tonayomi, Duran Duran, Mascascasi, and so on, so on. So basically, Xerjoff, to come into the catalog of Xerjoff, as you can see, it's like a library. Okay, first of all, this is not a show off. I've been collecting Xerjoff since 2016, but now I'm working officially for the brand. So this is the most a variety collection of Xerjoff that you can imagine on Earth. Earth. No one here you cannot see because there are gems that I cannot show it. Maybe one day I can show it. Okay.
Okay. All right.
But I don't like to talk about things that you can.
I got to cut you off real quick, and I'm sorry, man. Shout out to Donald English. What's going on? Let me say this. Let me ask you this, all right? And I'm looking at the collection, and I heard everything that you said. Are they hiring for part-time right now? Can I get in on an internship? You know what I'm saying? I'm not too old to be an intern nowadays. You know what I'm saying? We seen the movie with I forget who it was, but anyway, I think it's Robert something. But anyway, he was old guy becoming an intern. Hey, let me.
Oh in. Yeah, I saw that movie, The Intern.
The Intern, you know it.
Yeah, I like that idea actually. I like that idea.
Let me know. We'll talk in the DMs afterwards.
Sure. I'll let you know. Just to let you know, it cost me 7 years to actually enter into from 2018 until 2025. So
I don't know if I got that type of time.
I'm officially working now after all these years, and I'm so glad and also proud to be part of the history of this brand. Like I've been telling you, this brand is a collection of ideas. It's not only marketing strategies as every single company in the world, but it's also art. You have the collection, the cake collection that used to be called Kemi. You have the Oud Star collection that is an homage to the oud, to the Middle Eastern, because of the oud that is very precious over there. You have the Join the Club collection, which, is a bunch of clubs like the golf, the music, the poetry, and lately the tennis club. That's where Torino 21, 22, 23, 24, and I'll let you know later. And you have the Shooting Star collections. And the Shooting Star collections comes with a pouch like this. And then you open it, and you're gonna have a certificate. And then inside of this pouch, there's a little piece of a meteorite.
Hey, I'm trying to collect as many as I can to put that meteorite together, man. What's going on?
There's a bunch of meteorites that it rained in Russia, in Siberia, in 1947. That's why if you read that certificate, that's what it says.
Yeah.
Siberia, 1947. So Sergio was so, dedicated to actually choose the one that actually the most fascinated him, and more like, as you see, like a really piece of a meaning of the name of the collection, Shooting Stars.
Right.
So then you have the 1770 collection of precious stones like Sinfonium, Piccoia Dama. Then you have Naxos, which is more dedicated to Italy. Is Naxos, the collection calls 1861. Then you have the Vibe collection, which the Vibe collection is the most, you have the best seller of the brand, the most Sergio perfume bought around the world.
Yes, Herba Pura, right?
Herba Pura. So it's like I know the community, when I watch all these online live streams, some people say, oh, I don't like Herba Pura. believe it or not, you go outside of this small community on YouTube, and this, for example, in Brazil, everybody loves it. It's the number one soul in Brazil.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can only imagine it right now. To be honest with you, it's one of the top 5 clones out there probably purchased. Everybody wants a little herb appear or something of that DNA. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Especially,
it become a genre like Baccarat Rouge, like Aventus, like
Yep.
also you can name it. Like basically when they try to copy, it's kind of like give you like, okay, you got the degree, we're gonna follow your steps. So basically, Herba Pura is kind of like that.
Yes.
So basically, that's the whole collection. And like I said to you, each collection and each perfume has a story, and that's the beauty of this brand, because even Luxor has a story. So I can talk to you about Xerjoff like the whole entire night, but we can really make it in little chapters whenever you want.
We're gonna have time to do so. Trust me, and I'm gonna tell you right now. All right, each fragrance definitely has a story. If you buy from the site or buy from somewhere, when you get the package and whatnot, I mean, it's engraved within everything that they do on there. What's going on, Smell Goods? All right, it's engraved in everything from the packaging to the boxing to the design on the bottle and whatnot. But the one thing that I love the most is that it has a story. But each fragrance from Xerjoff that I've smelled, whether it be to my liking or something that somebody else approves of, they all tell a story. They all tell a story. And what I mean by that is that the reason why I switched over for a long time to specifically only niche was because of Xerjoff, because to get a Xerjoff sample, get a bottle, but still have nothing but Xerjoff and Creed as my 2 niche, and then everything else was clones, everything else began to lack. Because when I tell you, especially on Luxor, and I think at the time I had another decant of More Than Words. And when I tell you, these fragrances are almost roller coaster rides of how they will take you through different styles, different accords, multiple dry downs. You know what I'm saying? It tells a story within how it dries down, which is one of the things I grew to love, the journey within the fragrance life on your skin. So on top of everything, there's just a bunch of stories behind it, but those stories, both in the design and the story of how it's made, and in the story that it puts out on your skin, is why I value this house so highly.
Yes, coming from this background of being a viewer and also being a customer, and then become part of the Xerjoff team, give me that. Like, I understand many perspective of clients, customers, or fans of the brand. Like, I like it, but not so much. And then a couple of months later, say, I love it, because Xerjoff has some sort of DNA that is like you cannot mistaken, like, oh, this is Xerjoff. Like the amber and the musk is very distinctive. That is the DNA. Also, sometimes it develops on you. Depends of the weather, of the climate, even your the way that you feel, your mood can actually contribute to that. So Xerjoff is in the small community, it's like a 50-50. Around the world, I saw many people like they appreciate it. Certain perfumes that most of the people on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram doesn't appreciate it, like big time. So sometimes, like I understand reviewers, but you need to give it a little time, experience with the perfume. When you get a sample, try to spray the whole sample, not just a little bit here and no, spray all over, and then you will have experience of that, because this is a multisensorial experience with Xerjoff.
And I'll tell you this, one thing that I've learned over the years is that Skin chemistry is real. I always say it. A lot of people always say it. But here's the thing: for the notes and the blends and the different accords that they use, this is a true Middle Eastern, Oriental in some of the cases, brand. Okay, and so when you get these, a lot of us don't live a lifestyle that that naturally coincides with the way that these fragrances are put together. However, your skin adapts. So, multiple wearings, multiple efforts in trying to wear it definitely will bring about a different result over time as well. All right. I was fortunate enough to actually smell these during a time when I was teaching at the Middle Eastern school. So, I was eating a lot of foods with those spices. I was around a lot of those fragrances, whether it be the way people's bodies smell, the perfumes and the colognes that they particularly wear. But a lot of that has to do with how my body took to it. You know what I'm saying? And you have to give it some time. But you have to give all perfumes some time, okay?
Yes,
Because
yes.
they're not all going to just off top on skin just be the perfume that you expect it to be. You have to give it time. But I'm telling you, with this one, if you are not of that lifestyle, you don't indulge in certain practices, certain eating habits or whatnot, it's not going to catch on at first. And I know this for a fact because years later, after I stopped working at the school, when I was literally, I was still in the community and whatnot, but I was eating less food and whatnot. I went back to certain ones such as Luxor, Alexandria the Second. I went back to my Zephyro, and they smelled different on skin. They smelled, I'm not gonna say completely, but definitely different.
Yeah.
And it's affected by it. Trust me.
Yeah.
So give it a try, like you said, wear it several times or wear the whole thing, but give your skin a chance to adapt because whether you want to accept it or not, everybody's skin eventually adapts to the fragrances that you wear. All right. They do. It's
Indeed.
just all right. And so these are going to be some that at first you may get the lipsticky iris, you may get a little incense, and eventually you may get some of the oud differently. You know what I'm saying? It may blend differently on skin, but give it multiple tries for real because I these that I bought, I fell in love with them not after the first or second wear. A lot of them I fell in love after the third or fourth, and it made a difference. What's going on, Raymond? Hassan in the chat, he said, very well said. Yeah, man. I mean, it needs to be said. But here, before we go ahead and start getting into some of these samples that you sent, Raf, all right, let me go ahead and engage with, I believe he knows you personally, or he must be a follower or a person that responds to you, Henrique, or is it Enrique or Henrique Salvador?
Enrique.
Enrique, okay, okay. All right, he has a question. He said, the discontinued perfumes, uh, Yajala, uh,
Dayal. Dayal.
Yajala. All right. I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Shingil.
I tell you what, go down the list. He wanted to know about him though.
Dayala, Shingil, Dofar, Oroville, Squell, Kind of Blue, and Marquis.
Could they ever be sold again on Xerjoff?
Unfortunately, that's the thing. Like, certain perfumes, like in every single business, certain products, people don't give this chance that we just discussed. We discuss like sometimes, perfumes, for example, like tobacco Oroville, like it used to call tobacco Oroville. One of the most beautiful tobacco orange blossom perfume. I have it. I love it. But I don't understand why people. I even bought it when it used to be a square bottle. But certain
Yes.
people, they didn't pay attention to that and now on is even worse because in the last 5 years with the boom of TikTok, most of the people go for the sweets and gourmands and Aki Galawood and amberwoods and things like that, like whatever smell good and is more appealing for the masses and things like that. So sometimes you can miss something that it can make you smell different, and Enrique is right. Like, for example, in my opinion, from the list, Dayala, beautiful iris, beautiful, magnificent iris, but when it's no selling, it's no, you need to make room for new ones like the Duran Duran, then new creations. So, and then you're
Yes.
gonna figure it out. I'm not sure if they will able to bring some of them. I know that Kind of Blue just sold out, and
Mm,
it was beautiful as well. So Squell was a beautiful galbanum, very green jasmine perfume, but it used to come in a square pink bottle, and it
okay.
was actually started for an event, and then it became part of the Xerjoff lineup. So that Squell, if I tell you the whole story, is like we can take so much of your time, but I hope one day, like at least can make an exclusive kind of request for customers, especially for the loyal customers. But so far, I don't think that they're coming back.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go, Enrique. There you go, man. Shout out to Elroy Prepson and the Scent Father. You know, Jason, let us know if you're available, baby. But and shout out to Elroy Prepson with the jokes in the chat. All right. This guy. Anyway. But yeah, we got people like my guy Dutch and whatnot talking about Kind of Blue with So Fire and whatnot. Man, you know what's funny? StreamYard won't let him be great. That's all I hate that. Man.
What was lagging?
No, no, no. I think it won't let him hop in for whatever reason. But we'll see. I'll
Oh,
try and see if I can send it out again. All right.
okay.
But yeah, but no, Dutch said Kind of Blue was so far. I never actually got a chance to put my nose on it, but now I'm intrigued, man. Hey, I am intrigued. All right. But man, let's go ahead and get to the sampling, man. All right. Now,
All right.
talk about this one first, man. All right. It is Louis the 15th. All right. Now, you
Yes.
sent this to me. Yes, you sent this to me. And off top, I was intrigued. All right. Now, this one took me about 3 or 4 wears. All right. No, no, no. I'm sorry. Louis the 15th took me 2 wears. All right. And the second time I wore it, I was in the middle of my shift. All right.
Mhm.
And I bought it. I won't even lie. I pointed out it's up here in the middle with the blue box and whatnot, but I bought it. Tell us about the creation of Louis the 15th. Because a lot of people have heard it, a lot of people have the notes read, but not a lot of people know where it comes from and whatnot. So
Okay. Before we started, I noticed certain people as well as they call the name of Sergio,
search.
Churchov or Churchov or something like that.
Yes.
With Sergio, also they actually tend to do something like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the story of the cup is because the corner of the brand, um,
Yes.
he got inspired, but in Torino, in Turin, there's the second largest Egyptian museum in the world.
Mm,
So if
okay.
you go to Torino, it's one of the attractions to go to that museum. So she got inspired by one of the crowns from from that
Right.
area. So that's why she made this. And what the brand tried to make it like, if you actually take a look, it says Sergio there. You see?
Yes.
That's why the correct, you can do it whatever you want at the end of the day, right? But I'm telling you, aesthetically, that's why the brand put the name here, Sergio, to put it like
No,
this.
I think it's important, man. I think it's important that you got that out because look, I've been talking to people both on here, on TikTok and whatnot, and just trying to, it's important. Every brand has a story behind it, and every brand has built itself up to be resembled, and they deserve the respect to be resembled and talked about in a certain way. I take a more business approach in that I do a little more research. I try to learn how to pronounce certain words, certain names, and whatnot. I take it upon myself, but not everybody does. And we try and make sure that the brand, when talked about on our channel, gets all the respect that it deserves. Now, is my Arabic good? No, I suck. All right, but I can tell you, mashallah, inshallah. You know, I can throw some statements at you. There are some of the
Sure.
words that I know how to pronounce, but for those that I can't, hey, I will
No,
reach
it's
out to my guy Raf, or I will reach out to Neeb or anybody that knows how to pronounce the Arabic and Middle Eastern. You know what I'm saying? But
total, it's totally understandable. Yeah.
yeah, but
Especially
what I'm
me,
getting at,
I have a strong accent. I have a strong accent, and sometimes my words in English, they don't have that, like the intonation and the right pronunciation. But I'm trying to do my best, like because I have an accent. So it's the same way. But especially at least in my opinion, for example, when you say you can Google it, or you can actually
yeah,
take a look on YouTube, the owners of the brands, how they actually say it, and if you're a communicator, in your case, you have a channel, you have an audience. If you want to kind of like guide your viewers, you need to find out, how to say it, like certain perfumes, certain words, and things like that. So yeah, this is what I noticed, and I always like to approach that the correct ways, because that's what the brand put it here, Xerjoff, and that's the cap that is reminiscent the crown from
yeah.
the Egyptian kings. So
And
yeah,
for those who don't remember or don't know or whatnot, for those who have ever seen that "Remember the Time" video with Michael Jackson, when Eddie Murphy and Naomi Campbell, I think it was Naomi Campbell or whatnot, and they were in the throne, they actually had the old Egyptian, um, Egyptian, what is it, Pharaoh and Pharaoh. I'm not sure how to pronounce the woman's version of the Pharaoh, but anyway, the queen. All right, and
mhm,
they had those style of hats, so
yeah.
it's all good.
Okay,
Hey, no problem,
let's
Jason.
let's
No
go to
problem.
the story about Louis 15. Louis 15,
Yes,
believe
sir.
it or not, which is the case with Sergio. Sergio releases perfume. Uh, not as many people think. This is kind of like a urban legend. Like, oh, Sergio releases 8, 10, 15 per year, which is not true. Which is not true. If we go a little bit, like let me go guide you here really fast and quick.
Okay.
If you can take a look here, this area is 2023. The other
Okay.
area is 2024. And this is 2025 so far. In this area, one perfume was a re-release.
Hmm.
So it was only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was the only one that it was more than 3 or 4. So far, this year is Black Moonlight, Neo Rio. There's 2. And the rest of the bottles that you see behind there are re-releases. Why?
Okay.
Because the brand, besides all the collections that you see, it has exclusive like um, Enrique said. Enrique, oh, I wish that Hypnotica can be available at Sergio's website. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, Hypnotica was a perfume that it was released in this kind of bottle when they used to
Hmm.
sell it, okay? And it used to be exclusive for Douglas. This is a huge store in the whole Europe. And it happens with Herba Gold. Herba Gold used to be an exclusive to Selfishes. But when
Hmm.
the exclusivity contract ends, the brand decided, okay, can we add it to the lineup or can we just dismiss it? So it's up to the brand if they want to bring in not in Nautica to actually the lineup. So I don't know about. In the case of Louis 15, Louis 15 was released in 2024, was presented in Cannes last year at the TFWA, which is all the duty free. They're going there, and most of the perfume brands, the niche perfume brands, goes there. And like you walk on the streets of Cannes, and then you pass by, and then Roja Dove is pass by you, and you take a
Yeah.
picture of Roja Dove or Oliver Cresp or Alberto Morillas and all these perfumers that you actually talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
They're there. They're there because this is the most important um, event of the year. No essence, believe it or not. Commercially and for the distributors, this is the start of the year. This is when the year starts. That's why people didn't pay attention of Louis 15 that it was released in 2024, and it is part of the blends collection where Tony Iommi Creations landed. So this
Mm.
2015 is a collaboration with a champagne company, very distinctive. It has a lot of history. This Champagne de Benoit, de
Yeah.
Benoche. Champagne de Benoche is a very exquisite champagne. I don't know if you ever drink this champagne, the Benoche. The bottles are like around $350 to $500 bottles.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you like this, Raf. That's too expensive for my blood going out. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Delicious champagne. But believe it or not, the guests at the party last year in Cannes, they were actually delighted this champagne. And one of the champagne was created and get the inspiration to create this Louis 15, 1722. And why 1722 is because that's the year when Louis 15 was the king, and he basically was the one who actually allowed the alcoholic, in this case champagne, to be distributed around France. And that's how it calls Louis 15, 1722. And
okay.
it's an homage of the champagne that the very famous champagne that Champagne de Benoit has it.
Yes,
Tell me,
sir. That's nice.
tell me about how you feel about it. What is your first initial impression of this perfume?
I mean, honestly, when I first got it and whatnot, I was I mean, let's go ahead and spray it on. I would grab the full bottle, but I don't feel like standing up. All right. Plus, I don't want y'all to know whether or not I'm wearing shorts underneath here. You know what I'm saying? I look like I was at work all day, but I could have on some basketball shorts. But we're gonna go from there. And in a second, we're gonna bring up a special person who finally made their way to the show. Welcome back. Welcome back. But man, the thing about this is when I smell this, right, it gives me an effervescence. All right. It's sparkly, it's bright. You get the citrus at the same time, you get a little bit of sweetness in there as well. And it's almost like, man, it's almost like a fizziness, the effervescence. I mean, it's really good. When I wore this on skin, I mean, it really brightened my day. When I say brightened my day, I mean really, really gave me an uplift, an upbeat in the morning. And just being able to smell this, I think it carried on. The fizziness was there for maybe the first 2 to 3 hours. I mean, it's so good, Rap. I can't lie. Now, here's the thing. Let me go in here. So I looked it up. All right. Uh, hold on 1 second. Let me look up the notes because I had it up for whatever reason.
I can tell you the notes. Yeah.
All right. What are the notes?
Well, grapefruit. It has grapefruit in the opening, but that kind of like a tart, kind of like a between orange, lemon bite the grapefruit can have. Because remember,
Yes.
grapefruit has a different variations. There's a variety of grapefruit as well as variety of bergamot. In this case, the grapefruit is like right in front of you. Beautiful grapefruit.
Very.
That part that you said, I totally agree with you. Is effervescent, is bubbly, is uplifting. It
Man.
brights you. If it's cloudy and outcast out there, it opens the sun. Like a brightening your day. Totally, super elegant. Hello, Jason.
What's up? What's up, everybody? I don't know if y'all can hear me, if I'm on some type of delay or not, bro, but you know what I'm
No,
saying?
you're
It's just
good.
like whatever reason, bro, YouTube and StreamYard is just not letting me be great right now.
Well, brother, you're
So
great.
hold on, James, because I can't hear you at all right now.
Oh,
Yeah, hold on for just a second, bro. Hold on.
I got you. Can you hear me now? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, Jay. Nope. Still nothing.
Can you hear me, man?
I can hear you, but
I can hear you now. All right.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm doing everything through my computer right now. So yeah, I'm doing everything through my computer because for whatever reason, yeah, on my iPhone, bro, it's just wilding out right now, man. So what's up, Rap? What's up, brother?
Hello, Jason.
It's been a long time, man.
Finally meet you. Like we always talk, but we never see our faces. I saw your face throughout the live streams that you did with with James, but yeah, finally I see you guys together. Like, you know, we talked about it a year ago when I discovered you guys' channel and the concept about sips and sniffs. You know, like, you know, always have like some sort of booze, drinking, even, you know, mix it around with music. I like that concept. I like that idea. It's out of the norm that you can find on the streams, which I truly appreciate it. And since then I start following you guys, and communication was, you know, just once or twice a month, and then from there we becoming, you know, a little bit closer and closer.
Hey, yeah, exactly. And I appreciate you, Raf, and you know, everything that you do for the community, man. And you know, just good to be here to finally, you know, be able to have some conversation, man, and talk some great fragrances. A lot of these fragrances, honestly, I haven't even put my nose on them yet. You know, I was just gonna wait to get on live because my face don't lie. So if there's something I don't like, but they're gonna know that I'm not feeling it, and you know, I always want to give the people, you know what I'm saying, 100% factual of what I'm doing. So, but I'm looking forward to it though. I'm looking forward to it. I know it's going to be some good stuff in here because the brand just don't let us down like that. So, looking forward to this.
Yeah, and Raf, you'll be happy to know that Jason influenced a couple of my purchases. All right, he definitely influenced my purchase of Renaissance, which led to my purchase of Neo, Kobe, and what else again? Hell, several. You know,
Yeah.
let's just leave it.
I like the way that Jason does it because he became a connoisseur. Why? Because he has a very wide taste in perfumery. He can go to artistic, to niche, to indie, to even, you know, smell some sort of clones, but he actually mix it around to figure it out. Okay, you know, at the end of the day, my nose and my skin can lie. You know, like Shakira, you know, hips don't lie. Same thing.
Well, all right, Raf. I need you. It's his first day back. All right, calm down. Don't all right, don't.
Hey man, let him cook, bro. Let him cook, man.
Hey, his head's already tight in that hat. Don't get it any bigger. All right, man.
Really, I know you ain't trying to talk about nobody's head and hats, brother. You know what I'm saying?
But no, we are glad you're back, man. And you know, of course, we respect the simp father. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
So yes.
So what we sniffing right now, bro? We on what, the Louis the 15 joint?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We were just talking about the sparkliness, the effervescence of it. Talking about that early citrus that's very uplifting when you get it. The grapefruit, pretty much, and then the underlying sweetness. It's almost like a light sweetness with a bright, sparkly citrus in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I get the bright citrus up top. You know, that I don't know what causes the fizziness, I guess, you know, that you would get from, you know, like a champagne. It kind of gives you that sparkling fizziness up top in the beginning. But it's a very, very beautiful fragrance, man.
Do you find
I got my nose on this one when it first came out. I was actually over at La Jetée, which, Raf, you're familiar, you know, with Joey, Natalia, and everybody over there. And yeah, when I first got my nose on it, man, I was like, whoa, you know, I was blown away by it. And I actually, you know, was speaking to some people in the chat about it when, you know, it started making its rounds, you know, because people were asking about it. And since I had gotten a chance to get my nose on it and get it on skin and, you know, kind of give it a test drive, you know, I could actually speak on it. But yeah, I mean, you know, maybe, you know, the saffron in here up top as well, you know, is maybe what's, you know, kind of giving it that that accord as well. So I mean, it's a beautiful fragrance, and I can't wait for the flanker. I know you said there's a rosé or something coming soon, so can't wait for that one.
Yes, yes. Well,
Definitely.
believe it or not, it has that rose, like a kind of like a metallic rose, to give that kind of feeling that when you cork a champagne, you know, that kind of metallic fizziness that is actually when you smell it from the nose of the bottle, and that kind of metallic dryness is there, you know, and it's also fruity. It has
Mhm.
a little bit of plum, a little bit of mango, so, but it's not on your face. Don't think about you're gonna buy a fruity perfume. It's kind of dry,
Right.
fizzy, and it has to have some sort of, you know, fruitiness there at the same time to give like everything on the background. But mostly is the fizziness, the what is an experience of a champagne, Colca champagne.
But here's the thing, all right. And we talked about the opening enough. This is where I talk about how Xerjoff differs from so many other niche and other brands. Period. All right. A lot of times you don't get fragrances that hide a completely different profile or of notes or chords. All right, in the beginning, and then dry down to something that literally goes against what it is. After a few hours, you really do start to get a soft version, but you start to pick up the sweetness. You start to pick up a little bit of that coffee. Almost, I get almost that a similar dry down to that of Udin. All right, with the rose and the coffee, a little bit of sweetness from the cacao, but it's so soft because of how they blend that lavender in there. That's one of the things I enjoy the most about this. And it's followed up by, or it's followed up to the citrusy brightness. You know what I'm saying? That to me is almost magical, almost some type of sorcery when it comes to crafting a perfume with the notes. I wouldn't think that you could hide coffee and hazelnut and cocoa or cacao, cocoa, all right, behind grapefruit and champagne. I didn't think you could.
Well, it's because to me, the main note that it makes so appealing this perfume, not only to yourself, also to the masses, to the people who are close to you, is the cashmere woods. So cashmere woods embraces all this kind of like a wooden kind of vibe that you feel it, that the cocoa, because it's kind of like a patchouli cocoa there, and the lavender, it's not soapy, but it gives a little bit of vibe, you know, between the geranium and lavender there to give a little fougere vibe, but it's not a fougere.
Okay.
So that kind of everything get embraced by the cashmere woods, and cashmere woods is like something that is a win-win. You know, it's like a ginger and grapefruit in some perfumes that you know that people love these days, you know, like Imagination, Tiger, and things like that. Cashmere woods with this kind of like fruitiness and florals, if you are a cardamom, is a
Mm.
win-win. That's why I like this perfume most, because it has that cashmere woods that embraces all these notes that we mentioned before.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful fragrance. For me, I think that this would be a great like wedding fragrance. If you're going to a wedding, I think this would probably be one of the like better choices for something
Mhm.
like that.
I'm with you.
Um, because believe it or not, I mean, when you get that first opening on it, I mean, it smells like a celebration.
Yeah, it
Um,
does.
so I definitely think for a wedding that this one will be an absolute stunner for a wedding.
Yeah, it screams Happy New Year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for real, that type of celebration. But y'all, for those who haven't known, please go get you a sample. All right, go get your nose on it. All right. I mean, if you want to take our word for it, cool. But go get your nose. And the beautiful thing about Xerjoff, unlike some of the other brands, they actually allow you to choose and create your own discovery set. And I think you can pick up to 5 fragrances. And I think they allow you, as long as they're in stock, they allow you to choose any from the brand that's available. I don't think they have the discontinued ones, but they allow you to choose any combination of fragrances to create the discovery set of your choice, which is a beautiful thing when you've got 188 fragrances to choose from. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's bananas right there, man. And to answer Prep's question, he said he thought I retired. Hey, man, I'm just wearing number 45 for the day, bro. That's all. I'm just wearing number 45.
Yeah, he's with the
I'm
Wizards.
retired, man, but I just came out of retirement and I got number 45 on today. So
Don't believe him, Prep. Hey, he's Jordan with the Wizards. He got a bad knee. He could play this week or he could wait until next week. We're not really sure. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it'd be like that.
There's an analogy for your butt. You know what I'm saying? There's an analogy for your tail, man. Hey.
Yeah, for real.
All right. Hey. So enough of this. Louis the 15th, man. We have already concluded that this is a beautiful fragrance. As the father said, one fit for a wedding or a celebration. Love the citrus, love the opening, and that dry down is one to experience on your own. Get your nose on it. All right.
Yeah. Stay tuned for the rosé. It's coming up.
You're saying when on the dry down you start to get the rose?
Yeah, because no. Wait. I told you that it was released last year in Cannes in 2024.
Oh, okay.
Slowly, patrolly, it lands to the distributor. So when they start landing to the distributors, when people start getting to know this perfume and then go to the stores, to Neiman, Saks, Bloomingdale's, depending where you live. But if you have a chance, if you trust the brand, if you trust the releases, you cannot wait until that happens. You can go to the website, get the samples, as you said, and then try it for yourself. Because believe it or not, throughout the last months of the year, last year, people couldn't have this experience and have a perfume already in their shelf just because get a sample of Louis 15. Because as you said, I can see that the emotions that you guys have. It's like a celebration. And it's a 2024. Well, this coming month, the rosé version. Why? Because when we released it last year in Cannes, Sergio Momo and his team also released the Xerjoff champagne.
Okay. Wow.
So people were delighted the champagne as well as smelling the perfume. But one of the perfume was this one, Louis 15, 1722. And the second one is the rosé version. So everything that you see in the bottle right now, everything that you see in the bottle is going to be like pink. And let me show you a picture of it. Just exclusive for you guys. Okay.
All right.
So, yeah. This perfume was presented this year, actually, at Essence. And this is how Louis 15 rosé version is going to look.
Wow, that's a beautiful bottle.
Yeah, and if you see the bottle, like, let me show you the presentation of the bottle. And this is the whole presentation. You see, this is the bottle of the champagne, like almost $500 champagne.
That's beautiful. Look,
this is not the Xerjoff champagne, but there's 3 champagnes already made for Xerjoff that is only it has been selling at every single Xerjoff boutique in Italy, in Milan, and Torino, and in Frankfurt, in Germany. And the upcoming one, that the perfume that is upcoming one is this one. It's the same one as this one, but in a pink version, which is rosé.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't want to tell you guys how it smells yet, but as soon as I get an access for samples, I'm gonna send you samples, and you guys gonna have the exclusive for that. I promise.
My man.
All right.
Already. Hey.
Appreciate it.
Real quick, let me go ahead and address the chat before we move on to the next one. Jay, I'll let you choose the next one for us real quick, all right? But shout out to Jewel. Wait, oh, my bad. Shout out to Jules. Jewels. Hey, and of course, I got Rafan, DJ in the chat, Mr. Clark, everybody who's come in, Mondo, Appreciate y'all for being active in the chat, man. You know, I'm getting to your statements as much as I can, but bear with us. Bear with me.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? It's been a minute since I've been on here, so excuse me for being a little rusty. I gotta try to figure out, looking at everybody in the chat. But what up, Dutch Fat Boys, Jewels, as Jims would call her. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's happening, everybody?
Part of that spray set. What? Ow. You know what? We got to record that. But anyway, hey, we'll talk about that later. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So next, bro, let's do this P33, man, sketchbook.
All right.
Let's get into this one.
Alrighty. Hey, real quick, Dutch, I'm gonna de-highlight the one that I just put up there. I need you to take that down, delete that immediately, okay? It's not a bad thing, y'all. Y'all go ahead. It's not a bad thing. We gatekeeping over here. We gatekeeping. All right. We gatekeeping until we purchase it. All right.
Hey, it's probably something I probably had since last year, but I'll let y'all go ahead and think y'all gatekeeping. Yo, man, it'd be funny, bro. People like to be on their platforms, bro, just acting, a certain type of way, man. And I just laugh sometimes. I'm like, bro, that was like 2 years for me. But hey, who am I to say something,
King Kong ain't got
who am I to say something, man? You know what I mean?
You know how it is, baby. You know how it is, man. These platforms are built for egos.
But you have to do the same as Excel, You have
to let them have it, bro. Gotta let them have it, man.
Hey, these platforms are built for egos and not heroes. Quote me. Write that down. Put that on the shirt.
Yeah, believe it or not, when you go out and about, when you go to this event, you don't see this. Seriously, you don't see this at all. People just enjoying perfumes, having fun, laugh, hugging each other. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. The how can I say, like,
we petty on this side, Raf. We petty, man.
Yeah. If you haven't noticed. Hey, Jason, real quick, which one did we grab? Because Sketchbook. Hey, yeah. All right.
The P33 joint here.
Yes, sir.
This is how the bottle looks, and I'm gonna tell you a story because every single Xerjoff perfume has a story.
Already.
Yeah, this was released a few years ago. To be exact, it was released in the middle of the pandemic, and it was released with a gold encryption here in the bottle. So if you see the bottle, it says Xerjoff, but it used to be with karat gold on top. It was embroidered with the karat gold. Well, the bottle looks beautiful and perfect for certain people, but now the brand, the team decided, as long with Sergio Momo, decided to bring the blank version. And the story of the sketchbook is because, as I mentioned to you earlier, Sergio Momo was a designer, and he still designs. He likes to draw. He likes to draw in everything. So in one of his sketchbook, in his draw, he saved some of ideas for collections and perfumes that he wants to create. And that's how the story of a sketchbook, because on his sketchbook, he has all these ideas for it and designed it. So when he created that, he brought up this perfume with another kind of flacon. But this year, they brought this edition, which is called Blank Page Edition, P33. And P33 means this idea of this perfume was written in the page 33.
I like that story.
And another additional story is like P33 won't be the last one because there's 3 more perfumes coming up that it was presented last year in Cannes, and I smell it already, and I can tell you the designing of these flacons of the next pages are insane, but the perfume inside is like
Wow.
It will blow minds. Like three magnificent perfumes. At least two will be kind of like I want that, I want that, I want that. Like
Yeah,
Well,
let's
I
start.
need a sample of that too when you get that too, right? You know,
it's
Yes.
definitely.
go send that this way too, brother.
Yeah, next year, next month, I'm going to Cannes. If you guys happen to go to Cannes, I will invite you to go to the Xerjoff party.
Recycle cans? You know what I'm saying? When we talk trash cans?
But if you guys cannot go to Cannes, I can bring cans to you, send it to the samples to you guys. How's that?
That sounds good. All right.
I'll take that route. I'll take that route right now.
Okay.
Look.
Yeah, but this is a beautiful fragrance, man.
I want to hear your
that
initial
apple in the
impression.
opening. The apple in the opening. I mean, it's like a green apple, like a really
like a Granny Smith.
yeah, like a Granny Smith green apple opening. Man, I gotta spray this some more.
Yeah, the apple is.
Let me say this.
Sure.
I'm sorry, Raf, but
No,
look,
go ahead.
the green
and the
apple
pink pepper
is
too, and that pink pepper in there.
Yeah, the pink pepper is definitely. I get a little spiciness underneath, but I also get where it's like elevating some of that grapefruit. I think that pink pepper is really doing a number with the grapefruit to kind of bring it in and provide like a citrus on top of the sweet. I won't say sweet on top of the green apple, but what I'm getting in here more than anything is a slight twist, which is what I love about Xerjoff fragrances. I'm getting that cypress. There is a green effect that's kind of teetering in here with all the fruits and the citrus and whatnot. And I can't help but think that's the cypress in there because it gives it a little twist to it. All right. That provides almost like an oceanic green feel to it. So it takes a little bit away from the citrus, but it still keeps that green apple, but it takes away from some of the fruitiness as well because I don't know. It's just what my nose is picking up, but
yeah.
But you know what's coming off my skin right now?
What you got?
I'm getting like a lipsticky type iris.
Okay.
Yeah, it's coming across kind of like an iris that you would find in like your Dior
Your own.
Yeah.
Your own. Yes. But it's not as heavy. It's not as heavy.
No. It's not as heavy, but it's just playing in the background and it's giving it a little bit like a freshness to it.
It's almost like it's adding to the grapefruit. It's almost adding to the citrusy freshness. To me, I don't know.
Man,
that's a good call though. That's a good call on that Dior iris.
Yeah, it's like the iris that you will find in Dior in the Dior fragrance.
Yeah.
But it's not the bottom of the bag type makeup. You know what I'm saying? Makeup feel on this iris. But man, it's
I want to ask you something to both of you. Do you think, since you have experience with all Xerjoff perfume, by the way, Jason, the name Xerjoff started because the colleagues of Sergio Momo in London used to call him Sir, and his grandmother and the rest of the family used to call him Joff. That's why it's called Xerjoff.
Xerjoff.
That's the way.
Okay.
And do you think, with all the perfumes from Xerjoff that you guys acquire, this is probably the most kind of like leaning designer vibe perfume?
Yeah. And that's probably, maybe that's why I made the reference with that iris to Dior Homme, like you find in Dior Homme Parfum and things of that nature, with that lipsticky type of iris.
Yes. And that's my surprising to me, because when I smelled it for the first time years ago, I said, like, this is a magnificent iris. Definitely, it was shocking to me because it's more like outside of the whole entire idea of Xerjoff perfumes,
Yes.
and it's kind of like a little bit of designer vibe, but they kind of like leave sticky iris, makes that little bit of a designer vibe. But if you think about it, replacing the ginger, you add the cinnamon with grapefruit,
There you go.
okay? And that opening, I still can't believe it. But to me, you can find that opening in some very well-known designer, craziness that is happening right now, like Imagination, L'Immensité, Tiger.
Yeah.
Like I can't believe it that people hasn't even discovered this perfume yet, because it has that opening. It has more depth because thanks to the iris, which is the most expensive note in perfumery in the world. It's really expensive to have iris, real iris butter in your perfume. It's expensive. So it's not a joke when a niche brand spend money, time to acquire this iris butter, iris put it in a perfume. When you see in designers, it's very minimal.
Right.
But this oris is, as well as Jason said, like it reminds kind of like a Dior Homme line, not the intense, not the parfum, which is heavier, but more like the Dior Homme intense.
2020. What is
Yeah,
it?
the grapefruit with that cinnamon, like a sweetness there with citrus, like a tartness, like a creamsicle grapefruit. Is, to me, perfect for any time, any occasion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
this would
I mean,
definitely be another wedding scent. Touching on what you were touching on earlier, Jay, when you talked about Louis XV being a wedding scent. I could see someone wearing this to a wedding, if not in the wedding. I mean, but I like the thing that appeals to me more than anything is on the dry down. You lose some of the sweetness, but that spiciness from the cinnamon starts to come in with that woody, with a soft, somewhat sweet woody, but it's not the same cinnamon sweet. It's like that amberish kind of mellow sweetness. I like the dry down. It only lasts for a few hours, but dry down is beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I think this one, honestly, I mean, I think you can wear it with anything, any situation. You know what I mean? You can be t-shirt, t-shirt, shorts, little linen joint, you're chilling down in Miami, in Rap's neck of the woods, you know what I mean? Down on South Beach or something, having a nice little cocktail down there. This will be something that would definitely, be something that, can fit the bill for something like that. And then, you can take this same fragrance, and if you go into the office, you can dress this up too. So, I mean, I just think that this works in any situation. Spring, summer, I don't know if I would necessarily, maybe go with this in the winter, but I mean, winters in Florida is, like 60 degrees in Florida.
Like spring.
It's UGG boots and goose down, bubble jackets and everything when Florida hits 60 degrees. So yeah, I mean, you can get this in pretty much, with anything, man. Like this is one that a lot of people don't talk about. I got my nose on Sketchbook maybe 2024, maybe. Yeah, 2024.
That's when I heard about it.
Maybe 2024. Matter of fact, again, I spent a lot of time at Lodge T, and Joey, this was his favorite from the brand, when they got it. He couldn't get enough of this one. So but yeah, if you haven't gotten your nose on Sketchbook, get your nose on it. It's really like that, man. It's a fantastic fragrance. Fantastic.
Yeah. Whether you're chilling in cans or you're in the street kicking cans, it's pretty universal.
Well, believe it or not, this perfume was released in 2022. As I said a couple years ago, 2022, in another flacon. Now it's available like we call it like more affordable for everyone. Because you're not gonna buy the artistic way with the gold embroidered flacon. But the most important thing is the use. And yeah, this perfume inside is magnificent. It's like it's I call it like the damn rich, because that's the word that they used to call it back in the day, the damn rich perfume. Yeah, this perfume has no slouch. You grab it, you're gonna have compliments. You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna feel uplift your mood, ready to go. You know, like rule the world with this. That's
Yeah,
like the vibe that they give you. They give you like, okay, let's do it.
I love it. I love it, man. Like I said, it's definitely an easy reach, any condition. So I'm with you on that one. Shout out to Joe A in the chat, man. He
Joe, what
was
up, Joe?
the assist man and getting us to introducing us to you. Shout out to him. You know, but yeah, man. Hey, so far two beautiful fragrances. All right, and I like them. I like the way they're blended. All right,
So
and
far, so
yeah,
far grapefruit is 2-0. Two perfect.
that's for me. That's key. I don't know what it is, but I'm loving grapefruit right now, and the way it's blended in citrusy fragrances. So yeah, for me, it's 2 for 2. It's a 2 for 2.
And
All
the
right.
coffee and the coffee and the cacao from this Louis the 15th is starting to do something special here. It's starting to
Yeah.
darken up a little bit.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it gives that kind of like a little bit of darkness, a little
Yeah,
bit dark.
it's darkening up right now. Yeah,
Yeah, like no so bright. Like I start, it has like a 2-3 facets. This 315, P33 is more linear. It's like that. That's what I'm saying. Like at the most probably designer vibe perfume in the Sergio portfolio. I guess the other one was 1886. That is how it was, another linear perfume. So when I call it linear, it's because to me, designer perfume have very, very, very few have these kind of facets. Mostly they're linear to me. So that's why I prefer niche perfumery, but I appreciate certain designer perfumes.
yeah.
Definitely,
This
definitely.
Louis the 15th, man, you can take this from the wedding to the honeymoon, because once it starts to dry out and it starts to get a little darker, the sexiness of this fragrance starts to come out. So you can take this from the wedding down to the honeymoon, and yeah, just like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Well, I tell you what. So we've gone through. We've done Louis 15. We did P33. All right, from the sketchbook files, I guess, for the sketchbook collection. You know what? Real quick, because I have to do this one separately. Look, we'll try and see if we can get to Via Kavour afterwards, because we know that's a special someone's one. But I wanted to see what it smelled like, because it was raved about on the live. I think I had smelt it years before, but I wanted to come back to it. But let's go ahead and get to one of the new ones, man. One of the collabos that
Which one
that
you
we
going?
pop up in our storylines for so long.
Which one you going with first?
I tell you what, since we've smelled two fruity slash citrusy ones, let's go with Dark or Black Moonlight by Xerjoff in collaboration with Duran Duran.
Okay. In the meantime, that you guys spray the samples, the sample of Black Moonlight. These are the bottles. I don't know if you can see it, and 4 colors. Okay, Duran Duran decided to, we're gonna do only 2 instead of 4 perfumes. So they ended up in only 2 perfumes. But one of the first perfumes, it comes in 4 different flacons. Why the colors? Because back in the 80s, everything was neon lights, and that's why Neo Rio represents the first part of the history of Duran Duran. And I grew up in the 80s, and I used to wear glasses with these colors. I used to wear jackets with this color, like Miami Vice, that kind of vibe. So yeah, that's and also Neo Rio. Why? Because um, Rio was probably the what make Duran Duran actually entry to United States thanks to the video. Back when MTV was MTV, it was famous. You make it to MTV, you make it. You already make it. Like, you're gonna become an icon. And Duran is an icon band, and this is Neo Rio. The name of one their popular song back in the day is Rio.
Yes.
My
indeed.
name is Rio, and she dances. Yeah, that one. And
All right.
this perfume represents the first part of the history of the brand. And Black Moonlight is actually the current history of the band. So it's actually dedicated to one song. And this beautiful bottle has a artistic design, that the one of the members actually share with it. So they're very creative. They're magnificent artists, and they're really into perfumes. Believe it or not, they're not like the brand approach to Duran Duran. No, actually, the wife of the lead singer, Simon Le Bon, is she used to go to Harrods, so she used to love perfume. She loved perfumes, and she used to love one perfume in particular from Xerjoff, the house of Casamorati. He calls them Bianca, and that's how the brand actually really, you love perfume. And they start talking, they're getting too close. The owner get too close to her, and then they actually met in several other events for the royal family, for example.
Mhm.
And they finally go to Simon Le Bon, then talk to the rest of the members, and they become like a let's collab. So year and a half before this year, the brand start collaborating with them. So this is something that it was a process to end up with 2 bottles. So it's not like, okay, we're going to get you, we're going to pay you, and you do the marketing part, and that's it, blah. No, it's actually the other way around. That's the meaning of Blend's collection. And this is one of the 2 releases, the one that you guys just sprayed, Black Moonlight. I want to hear what you guys.
Okay.
Well, you about to hear it. You
All
about
right.
to hear it.
All right. From what I'm getting off the initial spray, very spicy.
Very.
Very spicy off the initial spray. It's dark resinous. A hint of citrus in the background. The citrus don't really stand out to me. I don't know what citrus in here. I mean, if it is, it's probably some type of bergamot. But
It's an orange to me. I pick up the orange more than anything. I mean, other than the spice. Other than the spice, I pick up an orange. It shout out to my guy, oh geez, Ray. When I smell it in the opening, I literally get a visual colorization of orange, like a spicy orange, almost like a brownish orange for some reason.
very, very dark resinous. I see black, black leather jacket. A nice pair of boots. Definitely something made for nightlife. I wouldn't necessarily put this out. Maybe you can get away with an office setting in a winter. Maybe I probably wouldn't put it in that environment. But definitely, something if you're going out, and you hitting the bar, you hitting the club. This is definitely something that I would probably wear for something like that, because there are some resins that I am picking up in here. Like I said, you have the notes, James, because I don't have the notes or anything. So.
I was in the middle of trying to get it up, but
I have it.
In the middle of trying to get it up was crazy, but that's life.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on, all right?
It has cardamom, it has bergamot, mandarin, saffron, lavender, myrrh, It has jasmine, ylang ylang, a little bit of labdanum, tolu blossom, and tonka bean, which is kind of the key. But in my
Yeah.
opinion, why is probably not so appealing at the beginning is because it has that kind of like a DNA of the vintage perfumery. Why? Because it has that ylang ylang and jasmine. That kind of floral heart, it gives you that kind of like a little bit of animalic facet,
I
and
can
maybe
see
it's
that
gonna
Lang
be appealing. But believe it or not, the saffron, it makes so spicy with the cardamom, and
Yeah.
the lavender gives that kind of fougere vibe. To
Right.
me, the two releases, this is my favorite. This is my favorite the whole entire year. This is my favorite. Why? Because
I'm with you.
changes. It changes like another perfume that it has facets, and it has that kind of balmy, balsamic, really thick, kind of like a elemi, like a frankincense melting.
Yes. The myrrh. The myrrh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Raf. I like it. I think that myrrh is kind of holding the spice, keeping it from being too spicy. I think the lavender in here is also softening several accords that and other fragrances I got would make it very dark, very spicy and whatnot. I definitely get what you were saying about the saffron. This is dark. I mean, I like it because it's a little lighter than my darker fragrances. Like it's still somewhat more aromatic. Because when I say dark, I'm thinking about my Serge Lutens. All right, I'm thinking about thick, dark. I'm talking about deep resins. Like on here, myrrh's more aromatic to me. All right, than your frankincense or certain types of Tolu balsam. Like this one, this Tolu balsam, they have it in here as if it's the I guess the solid form, which makes a difference when they use that type and perfumery because I've smelled Tula balsam with actual liquid form,
Mm-hmm.
and that stuff is thick and dark.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yep.
That was crazy.
You ain't got to pause, bro. Knock
Okay.
it off, man.
But no, but literally when you see the ones that have the liquid, I guess they because there's a difference when they show them on promo or whatnot, and they show the liquid form. It tends to be a much darker, deeper fragrance than when they show the actual solid form. I don't know if that's by chance or by coincidence, but this right here and all the darkness, the spiciness that it has, this is still pretty soft to me, aromatic, and I think this is great for something. I mean, I agree with your fit choices, Jason, but I would say, hey man, I'd wear this out and about in the evening. Definitely has to be a little cooler, not cold. But yeah, I really like this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying leather jacket, but I mean, but just say for instance, you're going out and you want to be dressed up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? You can have a nice pea coat on, or something like that, and
Yeah,
you can still make this still a little bit of a classier scent. You know what I mean?
definitely.
It don't have to be a clubbing type situation, but definitely, this is for the grown and sexy because it does have some sex appeal into it. So
Definitely,
So
man.
I like what the Dutch just said, like kind of like
Let me
where
see
you
here.
put it. He put it
oh, when you said like kind of like Bruce Wayne.
like a Bruce Wayne. That's
Yes.
Yeah.
perfect description. Perfect. It's bold. This is
Yes.
one of the most bold perfumes throughout the last couple of years because at the beginning it's not easy to wear. It's kind of even dusty, even kind of like a powdery because thanks to the rose there. There's a rose kind of like and the rose and the lavender makes so powdery. At the beginning when I spray, I said, like amber oud, kind of like that. But then it start to changing. So on your skin is way different. And here in Florida, when I wear it, even the members of the team, they told me, what are you wearing? Black Moonlight? No way. Yeah. But yeah, because when you go to when it was released in Milan, like
Uh-huh.
it wasn't smell like that. But when you are here in Florida and the heat, it gets so powdery and ambery with those kind of like balsamic accords in between that is like, whoa, what are you wearing? It's really delightful, really delightful. Yet the body heat actually makes a change in this perfume.
Definitely, definitely. I like it, man. For me, this is a banger. All right. For me, I could see this in my collection. I don't have a lot that does what this does on my skin. However, I do have quite a few fragrances that lean in this direction as far as being resinous, dark. But I do. The thing about this that I like is that it's a little more aromatic. All right, it's a little softer in a sense. All right, and yeah, this. I mean, being in Texas, this could be worn, and like you said, Jason, 60-degree heat, which in my case means it could be worn all year round. Because hell, I think we're on course for a 70-degree winter now, and I would love to have this on.
I mean, it's if you like dark resinous fragrances, I mean, this is something definitely that you should get your nose on.
Yeah,
And it does have a little touch of aromatic to where it makes it a little bit lighter. So like for those that aren't into like really dark and deep resonance type fragrances, and you want something a little bit lighter, this would be something that you might want to get your nose on and get yourself a sample.
most
So
definitely.
yeah, so this is the Duran Duran. Was it Black Moonlight?
Black Moonlight, baby. Ooh, yes, yes, Lord. Focus in on that focus.
Shout outs to the chat. I see some people like Spence, Joe Anthony, giving shout outs, like Spencer like to say every 5 seconds.
Mm.
Yes, sir. All right. So we went with that one. I definitely enjoyed that one, especially coming off of two very bright citrusy daytime Florida wears. I would say Florida and Texas wears because those things are gonna. Oh yeah, they're gonna get worn. They're already getting worn. But yeah, that was a hell of a switch up. I think that was a good choice. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for that, Raf. Jay, you want to choose the next one?
Yeah, let's go with
Still stuck on that Louis 15, that dry down.
no, I'm still smelling the Black Moonlight right now.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know, off my skin right now, that lavender is giving it more freshness from that lavender. So a lot of the resins, like I said, it's not as dark and as deep. You know what I'm saying? Just say, for instance, like if you're an homage fan, those dark resinous joints. If that's too much for you, this will be perfect.
Yes.
If homage's dark, deep resinous fragrances are a little bit too much, this will be perfect because this one with the florals and the lavender, it gives it a little bit more wearability.
It softens it. It softens it.
Yeah, it gives it more wearability. You know what I'm saying? So it's good. I like it. I like it.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, this is good.
All right.
This is good. So I guess next let's go with what is this one?
The Neo Rio.
Let's go with Purple Accento.
Okay. All right, my friend. All right, my friend.
We've done the resinous, so let's kind of see what this one's gonna do.
You're always trying to move from my perfect profile, man.
Hey, man, not bad, bro.
All right.
Well, this is Purple Accento.
Man,
Is this the EDP? Yeah, this is the EDP. Okay. All right. It's not the old one.
It's the same perfume.
Oh, it is?
It is the same perfume. The thing is, like, it used to come It used to come exactly like this, and it's still available, but in Swarovski crystals, like
Yeah, that
this
old bottle. I
this
used to
Swarovski
love that
crystal.
old bottle. Yes.
But this is Accento overdose, by the way. Purple Accento used to come in Swarovski crystals, and they stripped the Swarovski crystals. They also stripped the velvet cover, and they created this very translucent, as you see, and the perfect, beautiful purple flacon that represent exactly what the smell of the perfume, which is very interesting. Like if you think that you're gonna find here like some sort of a herba pura or herba gold, but mostly accento. But there's two actually notes that are actually in the play that it makes it different than the original as accento, which is this one. This is the original accento, which it has the pineapple
Mm-hmm.
and all the fruity accords there.
Okay, now here's purple. All right, now for purple Accento. All right, let me give myself another little spritz here. All right, here's the thing with this one. Is it a good fragrance? Absolutely. Very fruity. This puts me in the headspace of herba pura. It puts me in the headspace of herba pura for all the fruitiness of what's going on. Hey. What's going on, Jackie? Happy birthday, Jackie. That's Will's wife, bro, with the pork chop joint, man.
I already know. He told me.
Birthday,
That's why I had
Jackie.
to put it up there.
Yeah, happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? That's Will's wife, you know, with that. You know what I'm saying? So happy birthday, Jackie. Shout out to Jackie, man. Shout out
to Will and Jackie, man. For real.
All right, back to what I was saying. I like this one better than herba pura. I'm not an herba pura fan. I might be the only person on the planet that might not be a herba pura fan. Hey,
I'm not.
A lot of people don't like herba pura, but mostly online. When I was on and about, herba pura is the number one bestseller, believe it or not. But I totally understand because I prefer herba gold, and I always love this one. Believe it or not, this is a re-release, and it was made for an event in the Middle East. Believe it or not, so that's why the Swarovski crystals. And then because of the demand, the Xerjoff actually put it in a hole, and then brought it back and put it in the website. It used to be exclusive for the website with still the Swarovski crystals there, but now they ripped everything and now it's worldwide available, in all Xerjoff retailers and authorized distributors. But it has that Loganberry, which is a very kind of like a mix of a blackberry and raspberry.
Yep.
With a little bit touch of oud, believe it or not.
The reason why
I was
like
going to say something that as I'm smelling this, I'm getting kind of like a little funk. I'm getting a little funk. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting a little funk in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm getting something a little funky. You know what I'm saying? Not like, I'm not going to be rude, but you know what I'm saying? It's not like poop type of funk. You know what I'm saying? It's just, something that'll, make people like, okay, kind of, turn your nose up a little, like, something a little funky in here. I like it though. I like it. It brings a little bit more depth to it than what you would get out of like your herba pura and even herba gold, which I prefer herba gold over herba pura. But it's a little bit. I like it better than the other. It wasn't a Accento in another bottle, like a purple, like velvety
with diamonds and whatnot.
Is that
that one was extremely sweet. The one with the little crystals.
Okay, let me show you. This is
that
Accento. Accento used to come in this because back in the day,
Oh, the
this
velvet.
was part of Sospiro. And
Yeah.
let me tell you about that Sospiro. Sospiro was part of the Xerjoff group, but it's no anymore. So Sospiro actually took their name and their old,
Mm.
structure of the brand, but they're not allowed to actually take the perfumes. So that's why they cannot replicate Accento, Albapura, not even the name. They have to create their own perfumes. That's how the bird of vibrato. That's how you're supposed to call. And vibrato is the part that the part that you have in the guitar. That's vibrato, and the most popular one. But Sospiro is not part of the brand. So I still have a bottle of Sospiro, believe it or not. And this is when Sospiro used to have soprano.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And soprano is beautiful as well.
But it's
And
discontinued.
then the brand decided to put these perfumes in a collection called the V collection, V as in Victor. And then they decided like 2 years ago in cans, strip the velvet and put it in this way, kind of like a luxury car, like a matte luxury car color, very pastelly. And as you see, like you have your herbapuras, you have amabile or opera. No more velvet. And why no more velvet? Because velvet, I don't have the box right now, but the velvet used to have a faulty problem. So it used to drip over here, and the velvet used to screw up.
It would peel. Yeah, it would peel off, and yeah, the bottle would look horrible.
It was awful. So
Yeah.
so it's better not to have that, and it makes more uniform, and it's actually better for the brand and also for the customers, because I don't have any problem. But even though people still love this kind of velvety, if you are lucky enough to have in the same condition that I have it, and I still have my bottles, my velvet bottles. Um, I have so many. So, but yeah, they had the circle in the bottle because the box used to have with a foam, and that black foam used to make a stain of the bottom of the bottles with the velvet. So the brand decided, like, as well as they decided to change from the square bottles from the past. When
Uh-huh.
they started, it was square bottles, but in the corners of those bottles, they were so fragile that when people used to kind of like just click it or touch it in each other, those corners, they were so fragile that they break, and customers used to lose their perfumes like that. So that's why the brand decided, like, you know what, let's make it all uniform and in this condition. It's like, if you look at it, it's like a drop, the shape of the bottle. So it's not gonna happen anything to your bottle. And believe me, I dropped some of them and they're still like intact. So they're more thicker and not flimsy, and it's, as you see, the density of the glass is beautiful and amazing.
I
So
love it.
it's been tested, like, nothing's gonna happen. So that's why Purple Accento doesn't have the velvet anymore. It's still available in Swarovski crystals. If you guys like that, as a, like a vision reference, or, showing off,
Right.
you can have it, but you will have the same perfume with the raspberry, loganberry, which is a raspberry. Loganberry is a fruit that it was actually mixed in LA, in California, and they mix a blackberry and raspberry, and that's
Blackberry
why
and
it gives you that kind of vibe.
But it gives it the thing that I like about this in the bottle in the juice is that Loganberry, it does, like you said, it's a breed between raspberry and blackberry, right? But it gives you some sweetness, but it gives off more tartness, and it kind of plays into that pineapple that's in here. So you get the sweetness, but there is a twang, there's a tartness from multiple fruits in here that have the same type of yin and yang push and pull uh, for sweetness and tartness in here, and I really like that. The thing that I get in here though that I wasn't sure about when I first wore it the first couple of times is that you get a strong sense of the florals, but it's not that the florals itself is strong. It almost smells like you get the flowers and you get kind of the greenery behind it, if that makes sense. I get some greenness to it that makes it almost like a floral bouquet in the midst of these strong, very accented fruits, you know, which definitely piques my interest in this, along with that not really animalic, but that soft woody oud.
I mean, my thing is this: if you like a fruity floral fragrance, but with a little bit of depth and funkiness to it, Purple Accento would be something I would suggest that you check out. You know, I personally would probably want to smell this more on a woman than, you know, on myself or anything like that. I guess maybe because I'm just a little, you know, biased on the whole herbal Buddha kind of thing.
Sure.
But it does smell good. I mean, but I would just rather smell this on a woman. I think this would be sexier on a woman because of the little funk from the oud. I think this would be sexier on a woman than Herba Puda or even Herba Gold. This one will be sexier for a woman to wear.
And this is the second perfume that we talk about it, that it contains orris butter. You know, the orris also give that little bit of a, you know, kind of like a more leaning feminine, if you will. And also besides that, you know, the new Vibe collection comes with this scarf. You know, the very first edition of this scarf is this one, you know, and this year the team decided to actually change it and make it in this design, you know, and all these scarf, they're made in Lake Como, where the silk, because it's 100% silk.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and every single
got a couple of extra of those laying around. You know what I'm saying? You can.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I have plenty.
I'm sending it on this way too.
I send you one.
Yeah, send it on this way too, brother. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Of course.
Hey, you might look up in a live and have your boy over here with the, you know what I'm saying, get my Cam Newton on. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I you know, like Fat Boy say, you know, I might use it as an ascot. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, don't try me. But no, this is nice. I definitely agree with the thing that this definitely leans femme. It doesn't have iris in here, but I can't get over the fact that the orris is providing a depth, almost a deepness to this in a sense, to the sweet fruitiness that does kind of force it to lean in that more feminine direction. I think I do believe a man could definitely wear this.
Yeah,
I could wear this. Not sure if I would ever have it in the collection to wear.
But not as much of the previous three, definitely. Because you I can see you guys love the first three more than this one. This one is great. It's good. It's a great option. If you probably find a bottle, you probably add it as a collector. But I can see certain men will like a little bit feminine. But when you are out and about, believe me, sometimes, you know, when women smell like that on a man, it's like it doesn't smell like, you know, your regular Savage or Avent or something like that. You smell different. And that's the key, you know, smell different. It's like you need to smell unique. Don't go for your regular Akikala wood, amber woods, and things like that. You smell something different, and then you create another genre into your collection.
Yeah, and this is just very sweet. But here's the thing, you know, fragrances are ones that we've always preached. They put you in a mood, in a frame of mind, and you know they trigger different things. Like for us, we talk about how it triggers music, and it triggers. For Ray, it triggered colors, and there are people that it triggers other type of connections to other senses or memories and whatnot. This right here, this one in particular to me, I saw Dutch in there. He said he definitely could wear it. Spence says that he would wear it. You know, I would wear it, but typically, if I were to smell this, it would definitely remind me. It reminds me of several of the Ramadans I've been to, where there have been very plenty of ladies that walk around smelling like this with a bit of orris oud and sweet fruits. It reminds me of that. But it's still honestly, it's a really good fragrance. But for me, yeah, I'm definitely feeling the other three.
In Peru, when I was a kid, there was a gum, like a purple gum, that smelled like this one.
Mm.
And it's like, wow, it reminds me a lot of that because Accento, believe it or not, to me, it's kind of like a bubble gum too. Like there are certain perfumes that I smell that kind of bubble gum. For example, there are certain perfumes that people love the Jolly Rancher watermelon vibe. So in this case, with Purple Accento, it reminds me that gum from my childhood that I really like it. I really love it.
All right.
Good.
Yes, sir. So that one, y'all, was Purple Accento. And yeah, it's a good one. Tell you what, for the next one, let's go ahead and get to Neo Rio, man. Let's go ahead and talk about the other Duran Duran collab. All right.
Okay. Neo Rio. Let's pick which one. Which color you want to see?
True Dutch. I tell you what, E. Hey, why don't you just go ahead and hold them all up? Let them know what they have to choose from. You know what I'm saying? Show off a little bit. Right?
Show off, right?
You know what I'm saying? Beat
I
your
don't
chest.
I don't like to show off. But yeah, there we go. 4 colors. Pick your neon color that identified you. If you grow up in the middle of the 80s, you will understand these colors. And yeah, I was one of those. Like for me, the best decade of this planet, the 80s. Nothing like the 80s. And
Yeah.
music, the icons, all the icons that unfortunately they're passing in the last couple of years actually came from the 80s. So most of the icons in the history of this planet they're from the 80s. And Neo Rio is very peculiar, and I like to hear what you guys think. It has rum, it has pig, elemi.
I'm getting some type of like sweetness. I don't know if it's like a syrupy caramel kind of vibe.
Yeah. What about you, James?
Yeah, I'm getting a thickness to it. It does seem caramelish, syrupy,
Boozy.
definitely boozy.
Do you guys like Tony Iommi Monkey Special?
Love it. Love it. Not the D5. D5 is all right. But the Monkey Special, love it.
I wasn't a fan of Monkey Special when I first smelled it.
Okay.
It didn't hit right for me when I first smelled it. Maybe, but that was years ago, man. Years ago since I last smelled it. I liked it better than I did when I got my nose on Deified.
Yeah.
Because I think the fruitiness of Monkey Special was better for me than Deified.
It was better, or because
I like the fruity aspect of Monkey Special more than I did Deified.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know that Monkey Special has rum, right, and passion fruit?
You better believe it.
Patchouli, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this perfume, Neo Rio, instead of passion fruit, it has fig. It has rum. It has elemi, rose, saffron. Also, Monkey Special has saffron.
Yes, sir.
I associate both of them, but one goes to the right and the other one goes to the left.
But this one, what I'm getting, I just pulled up the notes. What I'm getting, I definitely got the rum. All right. Fig, I couldn't identify what the fruit was, but definitely called out the fruit. But that maple sap, remember I said syrupy? I don't know if it's caramel, but it's syrupy. That maple sap that's in here.
Yes.
You know what's crazy? Off my skin, because everything I'm doing off skin, all I'm getting really is booze and the syrupy, like caramel type smell. But I just sprayed this on the inside of this box.
Okay.
And I can pick up the fruits that's in it. Like, it's so much brighter and fresher here than it is off my skin.
Amen. All I got is the sap. I had the fruits on the initial blast for all of maybe about 30 seconds. Now I got is the balsam, the saffron, and the sap. That's all I'm picking up on skin.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of elemi because there's a spice in this almost, or maybe it's the saffron, but yeah.
And you know what? And see, and this is the prime example of why you should always test fragrances on your skin. 100% put it on your skin, because if I were to have just smelled this from paper, I'd be like, oh yeah, I need this. But now that I got it on my skin, I'm like, I don't need it, because I'm just getting syrupy smell. That's why I'm getting off my skin.
I be telling people I'm an avid skin tester.
You're a lab.
Man. They be trying to play you. They be trying to play you in them department stores, man. They be trying to play you and don't be wanting you to spray it on your skin. I'd be like, yo, get that paper out of my face, yo. Like, what are we doing? Get that out of here, man. I don't need that. Get that out of here.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you something that is the key element of this perfume. Licorice. That maple syrup that you actually smell is licorice. That's why it's so licorice, boozy, kind of melting honey, sweet.
Okay.
It has a lot of licorice in this perfume.
Okay. Now I'm starting to get a little of the sweetness of the fruits. It's starting to come up a little bit now. The initial blast off my skin, I guess what Raf was saying is like licorice, but now that it's starting to settle in a little bit, and that initial blast is like calm down, now I can start to get, some of the fruit that's starting to come about. You know what I'm saying? I gotta look for it, but I can get it.
I have to say the opposite, brother. I ain't even gonna lie to you. And this is where skin chemistry is different. Another reason why we say get it on skin, but also test for yourself. It's one thing to listen to
Don't
us.
listen to me. Yeah, don't listen to me, because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but test it for yourself, because look, complicated brands, or should I say finer, more artistic pieces of perfumery, they vary on different people's skin. All right. Your favorite reviewer, whether it be us, Jen Sense, Bowtie, EQ, we could tell you what we get. But when you start talking about, especially Middle Eastern, fine Middle Eastern perfumery and whatnot, when you start talking about that, you're going to have fragrances where it gives you something completely different from the person you're standing next to. And I'm telling you right now, what I'm getting now is I'm getting more booze and more rose. All right, more rose. I'm still getting that sappiness, that sweet sappiness, and some of the balsam, because it's a density to this. It's thick. All right, there's a density to this that you can't get past. This is definitely something I got to wear in the colder weathers, not cooler. Almost cold now. Me personally, I can probably wear it in cool, but this is definitely one with enough density that you're not going to want to wear this in the high heat around everybody necessarily.
No, you definitely do not. I think this one is kind of a polarizing type of scent DNA. It's a special type of person for this. I'm just going to leave it at that. It's a special type of person. This is a very situational type of fragrance for me. I don't think that this is something. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you something. From the two, there's two questions. From the two, which is your favorite? And the second question is, do you think that you can give a little, from 1 to 5, a proof of uniqueness? If you think that these two perfumes resemble something or is kind of like unique throughout their recent releases in the last 2 years?
For me, I haven't smelled anything like these in the last couple of years. Like I can't smell Rio or the Black Moonlight and say, oh, this smells like this. Because it doesn't. To me, like I haven't. I mean, I haven't smelled everything that's out there. So, maybe for somebody else, they might say, well, yeah, this smells like this. But for me and for my experiences, no, these two fragrances don't smell like anything else that I've gotten my nose on. I've smelled a lot of stuff. I have smelled a lot of stuff. So to my nose, these are very unique fragrances. So shout out to Duran Duran, for what they've done with these two. It's very different. It's unique. Polarizing fragrances. But for me, if I had to say, okay, if I had to take my own dollars, and this is something that you fragrance influencers need to start doing. Start telling the people, would you spend your own dollars on these fragrances that these brands are sending you?
Yeah.
Just start being honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, just say, hey, you know what? Is it a good smelling fragrance? Yeah, but would I spend my own money on it? No.
Wait. Simple. Hey. Chill. Let them do it their way. Hey, don't give them the gift of game. Don't give them the game. If they want to remain who they are and mislead people, let them.
Hey, man, y'all asked me to come back. This is the reason why I told y'all don't want me back on this camera.
No, I told your ass to come back.
Because I keep it funky with y'all, bro. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if I had to spend my money on any one of these, I would spend my money on Black Moonlight. Yes. If I had to spend my dollars, Black Moonlight is where I would spend my dollars on for me. But they are both very different types of fragrances. They're unique. So if you want something different, get yourself a sample of these two and just see which one works better off your skin. Don't listen to me and what I'm saying that works for me. Figure out what works on your skin and you buy what works for you. But if I had to say, Jason, you got to spend your dollars on one of these, I would spend mine on Black Moonlight. I like this one a lot. I like it a lot. And I'm not into dark resonance type of fragrances. I'm really not. Because, I don't really go a lot of places that I need to have something like this because I'm not in those environments like that a lot. And that's something else y'all need to start doing, y'all. Stop buying fragrances that don't fit your lifestyle.
Hey.
Knock it off.
Come back to another live and let's talk about this. Let me get to my point. All right.
I'm giving y'all all the game, bro, because I might see y'all again in 6 months.
Hey, you'll be all right. We'll bring you back before then. Yeah, I know you'll get the itch before then. But let me tell something.
Black Moonlight is where it's at for me. Black Moonlight, this is
Butterworthy.
Yeah. Black Moonlight is where it's at.
What about you, James?
Look, I'm gonna tell you this, all right? Black Moonlight is where it is for me. I love dark resonance ones, and this still has, like I said earlier, a bit of aromatics to it. It's not as dark as some of the ones I would wear to the to the cigar lounge or something that may be cold or whatnot. But it's aromatic enough to wear in maybe 60, maybe even, for me, 70-degree heat, because it's gonna shoot off the skin. And I love how the myrrh is providing a subtle, airy spiciness with a bit of sweetness to it too. That is really, really playing well off of my skin. Now, let me tell you about this Neo Rio. Neo Rio smells like something that I imagine and what I've smelt some 80s guitar players wearing, okay? Let's keep it a book, okay? This smells like what you would expect Steven Tyler off of Aerosmith to smell like after a concert, okay? Not necessarily funky, but it smells of 80s guitar band feeling. It gives you a vibe. I mean, when I smell this, I think of the song. What's that song? Shout, shout, let it
Tears
all
for Fears. Tears for Fears.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's the first song that came to mind when I smelt this. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even Duran Duran, but they were of the same generation, same style of music. And I mean, this is British. This smells like British rock, like UK rock. This really does. To me, I need you to get your nose on it. But with the colors and everything, I mean, for me, I grew up. I was born in the 80s, 82. So I grew up around MTV and those, and I grew up around those fragrances, those smells. And this is perfect portrayal of what I imagine now, what they smelled like back then and what I can remember. So, but as good as Neo Rio is, and good meaning the artistic value of it and how it paints a picture for me, I'm definitely hands down, I'm still going Black Moonlight, or what is it? Black Moonlight. Yes.
Yeah. Black Moonlight. Yeah, this one is really, really nice. Really, really nice.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna give you two fun facts. Okay. First of all, each perfume has a name of a song from Duran Duran albums. Rio from the 80s and Black Moonlight, that is 2 years ago in the latest album. And the second fun fact is the whole group, the whole Duran Duran members, they have like a variety, not only two, a variety of options to choose. Okay? They ended up with these two. They are the ones who choose the perfumes, not the brand. So they tested their skin, their word. They said, no, this. And the team was like, are you sure? Because what about the other one? What about the other one? But they choose these two.
I saw that interview online where they sat down with I think it was the owner with
Sergio.
Yes. And he was asking him, they had them in front of him, they chose those two. I think it was just two of them, correct?
Yeah. Nick Rose, which is the keyboard, and Simon Le Bon, which is the vocalist. So Simon chose Black Moonlight most because actually kind of like reminiscent of he pictured himself walking in Italy on those kind of like alley at 2-3 o'clock in the morning after you party the whole entire night, and then you kind of like get that smokiness, kind of like resinous, balsamic, mysterious. You know what happened after the backstage parties, kind of like that. And Neo Rio is because of Nick, that kind of like happiness, fruitiness, uplifting, but at the same time without losing the concept of the band, back in the days, when booze was all over, and parties and all that, stuff that is actually well known from the 80s. So what you guys choose and what you guys wearing, if you or your viewers actually choose any of these two perfumes from Duran Duran, is uniqueness on the bottle.
Yes. Well,
so
let me say this.
Go ahead. To sample first. I suggest you to sample first because this is nothing like it's gonna peel you until you actually put it on your skin. Yeah. But trust me, you're gonna end up with one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that 100%. But yeah, you definitely to get these on skin. Don't get out there and blind buy it, because if you blind buy it and you don't like it, then don't blame me, don't blame Raf, don't blame Jim's, blame yourself. Like they say, congratulations, you played yourself. So don't go out there and blind buy this, because this is not blind buy worthy.
Get your nose.
Regardless of who you might hear talk about it and say, oh yeah, it's blind buy worthy. No, there's no fragrance that's ever created that's worth a blind buy. You're always rolling the dice on it. But that's neither here nor there. But at the end of the day, if I had to spend my money on either one of those, Black Moonlight would get my dollars.
There you go. Dame asked Woodstock vibes. No, Woodstock would smell like sex, weed, and funk. Definitely have some oud in there.
Smell like feet.
Yeah.
Well,
but if you know anything about what's nasty.
Monkey Special and DFI is kind of like more Woodstock, I will say that. Yeah. But it's more the other side of the music era. Black Moonlight and Neo Rios is the other side. Like a Woodstock is more heavier, and patchouli, and the patchouli that you find on both of them, Tony Iommi and Tony Iommi Monkey Special and Tony Iommi DFI, is heavier. One is denser and green and dirty, and the other one is more aromatic, more easy to wear patchouli. So, yeah, Spencer.
Yeah, no, you're right. Look, and we got the chat talking about the different bands. Talking about Perfume Addict said cocaine is a hell of a drug. Got, saying they smell like cigarettes and sure Viceroys. That's a fact. That is a fact. But yeah, man, no. Definitely be my choice. I'm with you, Jay.
Right. Well, Jims, we got to make sure that we finish off this sniffing session with a very special fragrance that one particular individual has deemed this the number one fragrance in baby making fragrance, and that's going to be Via Kavour 1.
Hold up. Did you not get Cordal? We were going to end it with it, but did you not get Cordal?
Bro, I can't find it, bro. Like I looked and I searched.
And let's do Coro next time. And
next time.
Sure.
Yeah, next time.
When I send you the scarf, I send you Coro again. Don't worry.
Fantastic. Appreciate it.
Probably right next to the Utsarian.
yeah, we'll definitely talk about that.
But I got my Utsarian right here though.
The Creed will come next time. Okay, that would ensure that would be better at ensuring that he might make it to another live.
Yeah, I got the Utsarian right here, but yeah, we'll save that for later. So,
all right, but yeah. Shout out to the one and only. All right,
the lovely Miss Oda Erica. I tip my hat to Miss Oda Erica.
I rub my waves.
Shout out to her, man. Shout out to Erica, man.
Definitely.
Before you guys go, give me just 1 second. I'm gonna tell something to my patient, please.
Okay.
By all means. No, go by all means. Shout out to her, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Erica.
Shout out to her. Reached out to her not too long ago. I gotta reach back out and gonna go ahead and put together this Scents and Sounds with her. Spence, I haven't forgotten about you.
Yes, he did, Spence. He forget about everybody, bro.
He'll be all right. But Spence, Tuesday. We got to talk about Tuesday or Thursday. Hit me up. I got those 2 days open. We definitely going to put something together and go from there. But I will DM you tonight, and we'll go from there. You good, Raf?
Yes, I'm good.
All right.
So this is my number one perfume since 2018. Throughout, if I show you, because I don't only like Xerjoff, I also like several brands. Not many, but they're like 7 in particular that I collect perfumes. So I don't want to mention the brands. Probably both of you know, because the comments and the chat, I always commenting about this one, that one, and I know most of them, most of the marketing team and the owners. I know Roger Dove, I know Erwin Creed, and the people who work for Creed, and many others. So, but throughout all my collection, there's more than 1,000 bottles here. This is my number one perfume.
Okay. Kavour.
Yeah, and one reviewer called it like me. And yeah, since 2018, this is the very first perfume in my life that it gave me goosebumps.
All right. Hold on, Raf. Now you say you got over 1,000 bottles, right?
Yeah.
And this is your number one.
Yep.
Raf, now if I spray this and this is ass, I'm gonna flame you on this live.
Do it, roast me. I want the roast.
I'm gonna straight flame you now. You
Do
said
Yeah,
and
he ain't gonna do
Hey, I'm just saying, I'm flaming. I'm straight flaming
Let's do it.
everybody.
I'm getting ready.
All right, well, here we
ain't
go.
doing jack. Go ahead, let's go. Okay.
All right. Hold on.
I'll be honest with you. I already got mine.
I can see the sexiness here. You safe, Raf. I'm not gonna flame you because this is actually good. This is good. This is good. It's soft. It's fruity, not overly fruity sweet. Kind of a little powdery. This is sexy, man. Yeah. It smells better, and it smells better in the air than you just putting it straight to your nose. It smells better in the air.
All right, well,
this is good.
That's nice. I ain't gonna lie to you, Raf. I'm gonna tell you like this: Kavour is a very good fragrance.
Oh, this is good, man.
But better after the first 15 to 30 minutes. I am not a fan of the Kinks. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I am not a fan of how the Kinks and the White Peach play together upon initial spray.
Mm-hmm.
But after about 30 minutes, that damn dry down for the rest of the life of the fragrance. That's what sells this to me. All right. I
see what you're doing over there, Raf. I see what you're doing now. I see what you're doing. Raf trying to set the mood for later. I got you, bro. I got you.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this Kavour one is a fragrance that you truly have to let it play out. All right.
Look, the proof is in the pudding.
You've been drinking that?
The proof is in the pudding. I'm not lying to you.
Yeah.
Dang, Raf.
Yeah. I'm not
That's
lying.
your fourth bottle, almost working on number 5 on the 5th one.
Yeah, there's a 5th one here, and there's 2 more inside. So
Raf, come on now. How many people you been decanting for? Don't play us. Right?
Yeah, sure. Look, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. Where is it? Damn, right here.
See, even my guy Dutch knows. He said after the first hour, I give it 30 minutes because that kink starts to die down a little bit. It becomes lesser in that fruity blend in the beginning, and you get more of the white peach. You get more of the red berries and whatnot, and then you can start to get the gourmand feel and some rose. But them 30 minutes, hey, I'm gonna tell you like this: it's worth it. It's worth it for me.
I'm gonna give you the key of this perfume. First of all, since 2015, when I discovered it in each perfumery, I ended up in this. If you find a perfume that it hits every corner of perfumery in your pure perfume journey, that's the signature scent. And what is the four corners? Like it has to be the way that you actually make the perfume makes you feel. The compliment getter, the easy to wear, and how reachable it is. This perfume hits every corner. And this perfume used to be exclusive for the Sergio boutique, the very first Sergio boutique in Torino. That's why it calls Via Kavour. And this is the very, 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 very first Via Kavour. It only says Kavour 1. And who was Kavour? Kavour, Camillo Benso de Kavour, was the father of the independence of Italy. He unified Italy. And in 1861, if you grab your bottle of Naxos, what it says there? 1861. Okay, so do you see what I'm saying? Like Sergio Momo started with an idea. He put all this idea, this kind of like a story to tell. And then the designing, the bottle, the packaging, the story gets through with it, ended up with the perfume. And then this perfume actually made an homage of the boutique, but also smells some sort of like some elements that you can find in Torino. Okay. Yes. So the Queens, yes, I agree with the Queens, but this perfume possesses something that is actually very attractive, and that we mentioned that before in Louis 15, which is the cashmere. It has cashmere. And that cashmere gives you that kind of silky, woolly vibe.
Yeah,
Tends
on the
to the patchouli, tends to the peach, a little bit of a strawberry vibe there. Kind of like a chocolate patchouli, like a white chocolate patchouli. Okay? That's the appealing facet of the Via Kavour. That's what I love it so much. And look at the color. This is my very first bottle from 2018, and this is the current one.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was the very first exclusive for Xerjoff in terms of boutiques. But here's a hint for you. This is the bottle of the Chemi collection used to look like. And this is Aurum. Now, the brand in 2023 decided to change to this shape of a bottle. So they changed it and uniform from this one to this one. And it looks like the rest of the collection. Aurum has the DNA of Via Kavour, but with more strawberry, more berry vibe, and more darker notes. So if you're not impressed with Via Kavour, you are impressed with Aurum. So it's for, you can pick. Okay. But to me, it's still, sometimes I wear this one more than this one, but most of the time I wear this one. And
well, let me ask you this, Raf. The Aurum, because I don't recall smelling Aurum. How does Aurum open up? Does it open up with because someone put in the chat that the Keith smells like kumquat. I was gonna say almost like like squash, almost like kind of like squash, kind of dry, more veggie, vegetable smell. But it's not to take away from it. It's just a different type of blend. But how does Aurum open up? Just curious.
More berry, more. It's like a strawberry chocolate. It's like a date in a bottle. It's like a strawberry chocolate patchouli.
Oh, I gotta get my nose on that.
With a hint of oud, because
I gotta get my nose
on that. Collection mainly possess oud, as well as the oud star, because the cake collection was an homage to Chemi, to the alchemia. Alchemia is how you actually make perfumes, the chemistry. Okay. So that's how the name came from. And Chemi always be part of the Xerjoff group. So I heard some people throughout the community saying, "Oh, Sergio Momo like to buy these houses and add it to their collection." That's a lie. That's a lie, because the only house that he revived was the Casa Murati. Where is the Casa Murati?
And I love most of those. I
Okay.
love most of them.
Casa Murati was an old house, and if you take a look, it says 1888, and that house actually Sergio Momo revived it, and he started, like, because most of his perfumes, if you see it, they don't have an Italian name. So he said, like, okay, we need something that represent us as an Italian people. He revived this brand, Casa Murati. And the meaning of this this collection is actually recreates certain areas of Italy. So, for example, Quattro Pizzi is a palace in the south of Italy. So, yeah, so Kemi was always being part of Xerjoff, and it was more marketed for the Middle East. That was Kemi, and now it's K Collection. And Aurum has that kind of Via Kavour vibe, but darker, more strawberry than Queen's Peach. I'm going to tell you it's peach. Okay? It's peach. Sometimes when you read the nose, you have to figure it out, like, like, yeah. It's you. Your skin is going to tell you. I know, but because of the, when you go to store and you talk to customers that they actually, I smell like that, boom, I buy it. Okay. They don't actually focus on, like, it has hyacinth, it has this, it has, like, they never smell hyacinth. They never smell queens. They never actually eat the queens. You know what I mean?
Right.
So sometimes people say, it has this, it has that. Come on, you never even touched that fruit, or you never even touched a flower, or you never even cook. Some people talk about saffron, and saffron is for what? Usually they use for cooking. So it's mostly your skin, like Jason is doing, like put it on your skin, put it on your skin, put it on your skin. And whatever comes off is for you. If it's not for you, next. There's plenty brands, there's plenty options out there.
Okay, yeah. I mean, this is really nice, man. Like I said, the case only lasts right now. This time, it only lasted on my skin for a matter of maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm already starting to lose it. It's very faint now with the white peach, the berries, and the dark chocolate. But I mean, it's good. That dry down is incredible. I ain't gonna lie to you. The dry down is really good.
Yeah. If you spray in your clothes, it's even, you're gonna see it when you go into, if you don't sweat or something, or you just wear it for a couple of minutes, your shirt, and then you hang it in the closet, and then you smell it, or before you put it in the laundry and then go to wash it, you smell it and say, I was wearing what? That one. You know what happened to me with Via Kavour, Louis 15, Black Moonlight, Naxos, to name a few. That one, I was wearing that one. Yes. Sometimes your clothes also, because whoever is gonna hug you, sometimes they don't smell your neck, they don't smell your skin, they will smell here. Your clothes.
True. Okay. Jason, what's your take on it, man? I mean, you said you liked it and whatnot. Now that you've gotten, you should have gotten a little bit of the dry down by now, right?
Yeah.
What you got? What's your synopsis on it? Because I've worn Via Kavour several times. I've had several decants.
Got to start. The fruits are still there. Chocolate is starting to come up, so you're getting the fruitiness with the chocolate, and that's, to me, it's what's giving it the sex appeal. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like if you take some fruits and dip it in chocolate.
Yes.
I'm gonna need to just really let this get to the deep dry down, but I can see where it's going. I
You're
like
gonna
it.
like the you're gonna like the end of it. When you
I
start
like it.
getting the woods and whatnot,
I
when you
like it.
start getting the way it blends in with the woods and the cashmere, trust me, you're gonna like it. It's worth the wait.
And again, this is something else that, I haven't smelled anything that puts me in this space. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't own anything that smells like this. Out of everything that I have, I don't have anything that smells like this. Um,
Yeah.
One thing that I've always tried to make sure that I'm doing recently is just avoiding a lot of redundancy. But this is definitely something, honestly, I mean, for what we smelled here, there's probably 3 that I'm just like, okay, I can see myself adding 3 of these to
Let,
the
let,
repertoire.
let me guess. Let me guess 2 of them.
Go ahead.
Sketchbook and what's the other one? Oh, my bad. And you already got Louis the 15th, right?
No.
But Sketchbook and Louis the 15th, are they 2?
Well, Louis the 15th is one. Via
Okay.
Kavour one is another,
Okay.
and Black Moonlight.
Oh, I knew you liked it, but you liked it enough to put it over Sketchbook?
Yeah, because
Interesting.
Sketchbook is nice. Don't get me wrong. Sketchbook is nice. But where
Yeah.
I am in my journey at this point and where my nose is, I need something a little bit more complex. And to me,
Okay.
Sketchbook is good, but I have so many other things that will do the same thing that Sketchbook does. And
Granted.
it's not as linear. Like, smelling it now is not that much different off my skin than it was when I first sprayed it, and from the opening to the dry down. So
I
that,
got you.
you know what I'm saying? So yeah, Sketchbook is good. I'm not saying that it's not good. I mean, if you like fresh fragrances and all that good stuff, it's great. It'll be a great spring summer joint. You know what I'm saying? I can tell it got legs on it. It's gonna go out there and it's gonna touch noses. It's gonna do what it needs to do. It'll give you compliments. It's gonna do everything it needs to do. But it's extremely linear for me. I
Mhm.
want something that's gonna have some transition, some depth, that's going, take you on
A
a little
story.
bit of a journey. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit.
Something that has a story to it. I got you. I got you. I'm with
You
you.
know what I mean?
Me?
And I'm gonna keep everything about the brand tonight. You know what I'm saying? There's some other things that I will bring up that I can reference, but I'm not gonna go there. I'll keep everything about Xerjoff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I gotta make sure I say it right this time. Xerjoff.
Good job.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Raf put us on game. So there is no Z in the name of it, y'all. It's Sir Joff. Okay? Not Zer Joff. It's Sir Joff.
That's right.
So
Say whatever
Raf
you
put us
want.
on
Don't
game.
worry.
So
Everybody trying to pronounce it like they're saying Xerxes or something like that.
yeah, so it's Sir
Yeah.
Joff. So
Well,
we got some game tonight from Raf, man, and I'm happy that I was able to make it, because my schedule be doing what it's doing. I mean, I'm taking little things and looking at emails as I've been on here. It just don't
Oh,
stop.
okay. You got the hat and the black tee on, like you over there working the corners late at night, like you over
Hey
there on the
man,
middle of an ATL shooting. You know what I'm
hey
saying?
man, you got to get out here and sling these houses like bricks. So it is what it is, bro. And it don't stop. So but yeah, man, this has been a good one. A couple of these I'd already smelled before I got my nose on them, but it's good to like really revisit things because it's been so long since I smelled some of this. And yeah, 3 of these I can definitely see myself with bottles of 3 of the 6. Are they all good? Yeah, they are. They're all good, but I suggest always sample, sample, and sample, and sample on your skin. Do not just sniff it off paper and just let it rip and say, okay, this is for me. I'm gonna get it. No, put it on skin and spray it on skin and walk around the mall or wherever you're at. Walk around, do something, go drive, get something to eat, then come back to it. Don't just spray it on your skin in 5 minutes. Be like, okay, cool. No, let that thing dry down and let it do what it do. Because if I were to have just sprayed this Black Moonlight in the store and didn't let it like really dry down and just let it develop, I probably would have been like, yeah, it's cool, but nah, it ain't for me. But now that it's dried down and we've been on here for a while talking, this is fire. Black Moonlight is fire.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. I probably only get two of them right as of right now, and one of them, because it's simplistic, I would get Sketchbook. I like that. A lot of people think it's linear, and it is still pretty linear, but it does have a dry down to effect where I start to pick up more of the cinnamon, and that means a lot to me because I'm a cinnamon lover. All right. So towards the end of the lifespan, you get more cinnamon. I like that. Spicy cinnamon too. But for me, because I already got Louis the 15th, right? I'd have to go with Black Moonlight, honestly. Purple Accento, for what it provides, is good. Definitely is not of my style. Via Kavour is definitely good. It's really good on the dry down, you know. But honestly, it would probably, I don't know. I don't know. That's hard to say. I kind of want to get it because of, on that dry down, how strong and how pronounced the rose is. Because that rose, I love rose, and this is a really good rose. This is the rose in here, and how it interacts with the chocolate, the dark chocolate, is the way I wish that BDK came off of my skin every time, but it doesn't. This right here is what I like for dark chocolate and rose. The BDK tobacco, what is it? Tobacco. You know which one I'm talking about.
Tobacco rose.
Black rose. It's good, but man, Monday I could love it. Tuesday I could hate it. Friday I could wear it again and be okay. And then Sunday I want to throw it in the trash. You know, I mean, it throws me for a loop. It's not even animalic, but it's animalic on a lot of people's skin, including mine. But this right here has given me the same results with that dark chocolate and rose each time. And for that, you know what? I'll go ahead and put it in there and just say, you know what? Yeah, that'd be my third. I already got Louis 15, but this will be my third for sure.
Yeah, I heard some people in the chat, they say like it's a perfect date perfume. Yeah, because of the roses, the chocolate, the patchouli, the fruitiness. Yeah, it's kind of like a date night. And you have your two versions, you know, it's either via Kavour or Orm. So if you sample it, maybe you're going to find out, oh, I like this one better. I like this one better. In my case, it's still my number one. Still, even that I love so many, you know, for example, if next time we talk about the Oud Stars, this one is my favorite, Ceylon.
We're going to have to get into that, man. We're gonna have plenty of more conversation because, like I told y'all, this is my favorite house. Jason dwells in the house quite a bit as well. Yeah, it's a lot to choose from, but it's a beautiful selection all around. So definitely going to get into that. Shout out to Dutch and Spence. I think they were the ones that crowned it the perfect Valentine's Day scent. All right, which is perfect, dealing with rose and chocolates. You know, goes hand in hand. All right, and yeah, man.
So what was y'all sense of the day, man? I kind of missed, you know, what y'all sense of the day was. I just want to, you know, see what y'all sense of the day was before we get up out of here. So Jason,
you know what my sense of the day was.
I do.
You didn't see it?
Nah.
I even gave you a shout out. Go ahead, Raf. What was your sense of the day?
What was my sense of the day? You didn't see the 15 sprays that I made?
Well, that was a sin of the live for sure.
Oh no. My scent of the day. Well, actually, I didn't wear anything because I was waiting for you guys to actually, you know, to do this live stream. I don't want to, you know, try to keep my nose calm and relaxed until the live stream to appreciate it.
Okay.
Because I remember the notes when I smell it. You know, I know since I talk about this all the time, especially I own the Facebook group dedicated to Xerjoff, the number one, the very first one Facebook group created, dedicated for a brand. Then there's another one, Roja and Tom Ford and other ones, but there are not many. Killian as well. And also I own the Instagram and TikTok. and this YouTube channel that I didn't post anything yet in a couple of years. I need to start posting at least shorts, because shorts give you a lot of views and people following you.
Yeah,
But yeah, I heard so many people like when you go to and join this group on Facebook, you're gonna find a variety of takes. I like this one, I like that one. People praise about that one, people praise that. So yeah, my saying of the day is actually my saying of the night via Kavour.
all
Yeah.
right. That's what's up. As for me, I'm wearing, as I did before, shout out to Jason. All right. I'm wearing one of several great fragrances that I happened to pick up while on my trip to Tampa Bay. All right. Got a chance to meet the guy in the flesh, one
Yes,
third
sir.
tripod for sips and sniffs at this point. You don't like me saying that, but that's what it is. All right. Picked up one from the House of Thameen, London. And today, along with Citrus Wood by Butter Baby, Fanfare was the scent of the day.
Fanfare? Nice.
Yes.
Fanfare is a good one, man. People be sleeping on Fanfare, bro.
Man.
Fanfare is like that, man.
I like Bravi as well. Bravi, Fanfare, Bohemian
Infusion.
I didn't get a chance to smell that one, but I've heard people post it on
Bohemian
IG.
Infusion is nice, yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah. You need to
shout out
to
to
those frosted bottles. The frosted bottles from Thameen, they're beautiful. They're really nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Really, really good. Really, really good.
Someone asked me questions. I don't know if you would like to do couple of questions that people would like to, ask me about.
Give me one.
Or we can keep it for next time.
No. Let me see here. So well, the funny thing is several of them were answered within the chat. Our guy Ray from Darling Perfumier asked if Sospiro was still connected to Xerjoff.
No.
You and some people in the chat answered that one, said no. All right. And Fat Boy Fragrance asked this one. He said, if you had to start anywhere in the brand, where would you start? And keep in mind, Fat Boy Fragrance is a gourmand lover. He loves gourmand kind of date night scents and whatnot. So what would you recommend, Raf, from the house for him to start it?
Well, if he doesn't have Naxos, I would say Naxos.
Okay.
Why? Because people doesn't know about the story of Naxos. We're gonna talk it another time if you want. But Naxos is a gourmand with Fougere vibe, and it was dedicated to Sicily. So Naxos is actually not a winter perfume. It's
I'm going Naxos in the summer.
Exactly.
I wanted to. I don't care. I'm in Texas.
Yeah, I'm going Naxos in the summer.
Easy.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all one that people be sleep on, man. For real, they be sleep on. And I kind of hate that I let my bottle go. But Decas.
Yeah.
I hate that I let my damn bottle of Decas go. But Decas is one that a lot of people don't talk about. But Decas is really nice.
Sweet candy. Candy sweetness.
Yeah.
Man.
It's like eating a popsicle, like a creamsicle orange popsicle in the Mediterranean. Decas was made to celebrate the 10 years of anniversary of this collection, the 1861. That's what it calls Decas, which means 10.
Decade. Like decade. Yep.
And like honestly, like for the price of what you can get them for now, I mean, it's a steal. To be honest, it's a steal.
Oh yeah, very much so. Because I think I got mine at one point. Well, we always say go support the brand, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I got mine on discounters for quite a nice
I lost signal.
Hey, unless they want to mail me a credit card to use, I got mine.
Right. Decas is really good, man. Decas is really good. But I didn't even give y'all my center today, bro. I got 2 joints today.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
When I was working earlier today, it ain't gonna be long. Earlier today, I went with from the House of Roja, Apex O Intense.
Beautiful.
Nice citrus green. This got legs on it, man. This lasts me all day. I mean, people that be talking about longevity, this one lasts all day on my skin. If this don't last on your skin, you just ashy. You need to moisturize better. Do something. After I did that, got out of the shower. You know, I don't like to smell too heavy. I mean, I'm smelling heavy now since I sprayed a lot of stuff. But got out of the shower, went with, from the House of Creed, original vetiver.
Nice.
I mean, one of the cleanest, soapiest, freshest vetiver fragrances that you'll find. I love the brand. People hate on Creed, but Uncle Olivier, shout out to him. Yeah, they're doing their thing.
All right, look. Vetiver is definitely the Creed is definitely good. But shout out to Ikrum because this will be my set of the day tomorrow. That Oman Jeezy, as he says, that Vetiveria. I will be wearing that. That right there, a little sweetness in the undertone to this vetiver fragrance, aromatic, soft but very apparent. I love this one.
I need to put my nose on that one. That's another one that I haven't smelled it yet. Vetiveria, right?
Yeah, Vetiveria, yes sir.
Linda Pilkington, I can tell you, she's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart, down to earth. You will talk to her forever. If you go to London and you book a consultation or meet her, she will completely. I got a decan of Naxos. So, okay, Naxos. So, another good man, I will say between Lyra or Italica. Italica is a little bit too much, especially I wear it between November, December, because to me, I'm from Peru, but I have Italian heritage. So I grew up eating panettone. I don't know if you guys eat panettone before, but panettone is like a bread with a lot of dry fruits inside and like a tall bread like that. Or sometimes it comes like this. And that Italian, I've been eating that since I was, 4 or 5 years old. So even when I moved here, I used every single November, December, I eat my panettones like crazy. So Italica to me smells like an almond panettone. Milky, almondy. That's Italica. And Lyra is like an orange creamsicle cookie, kind of like that. Yeah, that's to me Lyra.
And those are two good ones to try from the house, Walt. It's interesting because I've heard people go back and forth. Different people will say orange creamsicle, and I've heard other people say like me. I key lime like a upside down cake, almost like a lime, like some type of lime cake, more so lemon meringue something.
Yeah, lemon meringue. Yeah, there's it has to be there in the bakery section.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I think those two would also be very good. And Casamorati, what is it, 1888?
No. Yes, the carnation
1888.
one.
Yeah, 1888. I think that one would be a good one to try too. The maroon bottle.
Yeah, this one.
Yes.
And that's the year of when Casamorati was founded. And then the owners left it away, and then they closed it. And that's why Sergio Momo, years later, after he found Xerjoff, he found this house, and they said, like, let's get the very first perfumes that they create. And they create Mephisto and Flor d'Olivo. Flor d'Olivo means the flower of the olive. And it smells like olive oil, believe it or not. Back in the day, they used to make perfumes with olive oil because the olive oil is very aromatic. If you really got a really true olive oil, you smell it and it's super aromatic. So that was the very first two Casamorati that we can talk and discuss later. Another question, I guess, Spencer said that if P33 smell the same as the very first flacon, yes, it's the same perfume, different flacon.
All right. Our guy Kev said 1888 is a good one as well, underrated. So definitely. Well, hey y'all, we have been on here for going on what seems like forever because we're heading into the third hour. But although it has definitely been a blessing and fun, I gotta go, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I got stuff to do. All right, Raf, my man. You know we always gonna. It's always a pleasure having you on. We're gonna get you back on here. Um, we're gonna go ahead and send you to the back 1 second. All right. But if you have anything, say something to the people before I put you in the back real quick.
Sure. The House of Xerjoff is a storytelling. There's a story behind each perfume, but you can make your own story when you're wearing these perfumes on your skin.
There you
I'll
go.
see you next time. Thank you for having me.
All right, stay in the back for us. We'll be right with you. All right.
All right.
All right, and there you have it, y'all. Our guy Raf from the House of Xerjoff. Make sure you say it right, sir. Jump. All right. We already explained it. Don't ask no questions. Just do what you're supposed to do. All right. But Jason, man, hey, so glad to have my co-host, the original, up here. You know what I'm saying? Glad he found some time from his corner boy work and his selling of houses and bricks. You know what I'm saying? Got the Gucci Man outfit on. What's good, baby? What's good?
Hey man, it's been a journey, you know what I'm saying? Like it's been a lot of stuff, man. Even though I haven't been on camera, you know what I mean? I've still been, peeping a lot of stuff. From behind the scenes and just really taking a step back from everything, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you just gotta take a step back and you gotta breathe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. Look, we've been taking multiple steps back over the past 6 months.
You just got to breathe from things from time to time, man. And I had to take a step back, man. I mean, number one, my new position of life or where I am right now, it's very demanding of my time. Number one, but number two, man, when things start to not get fun anymore, you kind of gotta just step back and you just gotta reset for a little bit.
I get it.
I don't, I'll definitely get back on camera again. When that will be, I don't know. So I'm just gonna take a couple of minutes here to just kind of just speak on a couple of things real quick. Because again, just because I ain't on camera, it don't mean that I ain't watching and I ain't listening.
Okay, Batman. You know what I'm saying? You're over here fighting crime in the background. You know what I'm saying? Just
Fragcom is taking a weird turn. It's gotten to a weird space. There's attitudes and egos out there that shouldn't be had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a lot of people out there, man, that sometimes they're thinking that what they got going on is bigger than what it actually is in reality.
Yeah.
What a lot of people need to understand is that in real life, nobody gives a damn who you are on YouTube. You're a fictional character in this internet space. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, if you make yourself so, but I'm with you. I'm with you. What these people
Fragcom wasn't created to have a lot of animosity and beef and a whole bunch of nonsense and foolishness.
True.
That's not what this community was for. It's to discuss the love for fragrance and all this craziness and people getting in their emotions and getting in their bag and all this other stuff, bro. Like, it's not that deep, man. It's really not. It's not that deep. People need to start taking more accountability in this space.
Well, we're gonna let them do what they do though, Jay. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day,
I'm just putting it out there. I mean,
no, I'm with you.
I'm just putting it out there. And I'm gonna say this. If videos start popping up, like they say, a hit dog gonna holler. So if videos start popping up and people, start making little sly comments or slick comments or whatever, then you know that what I'm saying ruffled a feather. And if it ruffled your feather, take a look in the mirror and check yourself. That's all you got to do. Just take a look
Pretty
in the mirror and
much.
say, damn, am I really, you know what I'm saying?
Who am I really who I try to be? Am I really who I say I am?
Hey, man, you
Is that
know,
what you
but it
asked?
is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I don't have no beef with nobody in this community. I really don't. Because number one, I'm too busy. I'm too grown. And, bro, it ain't that deep for me.
Yeah.
But if it's that deep for you, then hey, you know, more power to you. Do your thing. But it just needs to be more accountability. It needs to be more honesty in this space. It's a lot of people out here, man, that ain't keeping it a buck with y'all. They ain't keeping it a buck with y'all. One thing about me, I'm always keep it a buck. I'm always keep it a stack, man. And everything that I talk about, I said that I like, and y'all take my opinion, y'all trust it. Hey, I appreciate it. But at the end of the day, man, you need to be your own influencer. Trust your own nose. What I like, what Jim's like, what Ross might like, EQ, Big Beard, Redolescence, the list goes on. Trust your own nose. Stop asking everybody, should you buy this or should you buy that? What the hell you asking for? Smell it for yourself. And if you like it, buy it. Stop worrying about what other people got to think. Buy it if you like it. Because you are going to have to be the person that's going to have to live with it and going to have to be the person to wear it and smell it on a day-to-day basis. I ain't going to be around you to smell it. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't ever listen to anything I say, you know what? I ain't going to lose no sleep over nothing. Because people that rock with me and people that know me and cool with me in real life, they got this. They know how to get a hold of me in the real world. This right here. If you ain't got my number,
Hold on. So where we at? Because I tried to call you the other day and you didn't pick up.
bro, but my phone rang, right?
I don't know.
You got my number, right?
I text you.
Okay, but again, if you got this, then that means I really rock with you in the real world and in real life. If you ain't got this, dude, your opinion of me don't matter.
Yeah. But hey, no, seriously, just you know, this is a point where we just encourage you to find out for yourselves. All right. You know, I say it all the time. You got shepherds, sheep, and wolves. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of wolves out there.
Yeah, but there's a lot more sheep.
Oh yeah, it's foolish.
And
This
you
community
need
is
to
full of
figure
sheep.
out whether you're gonna be led in the right direction or whether you're gonna be led astray. Hey, and you gotta figure it out.
And that's the sad part about it, man. This community is full of sheep, and man, the wolves, bro, they really taking advantage. The wolves are out there,
But I'm not mad at the wolves because the wolves gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? The wolves gonna do what wolves do.
and the sheep are the low hanging fruit, man. So you know what I'm saying. So it is what it is. You know what I mean. So
that's why we're over here trying to encourage people to not be sheep. That's
bro. But at the end of the day, bro, we all grown, man. If you can't figure out for yourself what you need to do, man, then you know you need to take a look at yourself too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You need to take a look at yourself too. If you got to sit up there and you got to continue to ask people, you know, should you buy something? That is insane to me. That you got to ask somebody, hey, you know, should I buy this?
Should I wipe my ass when I finish?
I don't know. Should you? Should you? I don't know. Only you can determine what you need to buy.
It's almost for the community. It's almost a relevant and equal question because I mean one just goes with the other. I mean I don't know, but hey, look, y'all, we appreciate y'all for coming out here and joining us. Look,
hey man,
I got shit to do. I'm not about to go.
We all do, bro. So you know what I mean?
Here.
Yeah, bro. But you know, but real talk, y'all, man. Just make FragCon fun again, for real. Make the community fun again, man. Like, stop being so uptight about everything. Stop making everything political or cultural or rate. Stop it, man. Just smell it. Say it smells good, bro. And if you like it, like it. If you don't, you don't. If you want to clone, wear your clone. Who gives a damn? Because people out there in the streets don't care.
Right.
The only people that care if you're wearing a clone are us weirdos here in Fragcon. We're the only ones.
Look, Jay, you fucking up my personal time. All right, you're fucking with my personal time, my honey time, Jay. And when you fuck with my honey, it's like fucking with my money. So we gotta go. All right. It's been 3 lovely, wonderful hours being with y'all. The Simp Father will be back on here. We're gonna have him on here to finish his rant one of these days if he ever gets some time and whatnot.
Hey, I'll see y'all in time for Christmas.
Hey, there you go. 6 months, countdown. All right. But but no, man. Hey, we really appreciate y'all for coming out and joining us, man, for coming in to see what we had to say, see what we had, how we feel about some of these fragrances from the House of Xerjoff. Shout out to Raf. Appreciate him for sending out the samples and everything. Definitely going to have our guy on. He is officially Frag family for us. And, you know, just look forward to it. But with that being said, man, again, we know you could be anywhere but here, but you chose to be here with us. And for that, we are truly and greatly appreciative. Close us out, Jay.
All right, man. It was good to see everybody, man. I know it's been a while. You know, I appreciate all the love and support y'all show, for real. Like, I appreciate it. You know, I don't take it lightly, man, but it don't go to my head and it don't inflate my ego. So with that being said, man, let every sip be a sip of inspiration, man, and let every sniff lead to a new discovery. Y'all have a good night, man. Peace out, y'all.
Already, y'all, man. Hey, again, thank y'all for coming out. Man, like we said, have a good night. Already.